Hey y'all. Hey y'all, what's going on? Let's gossip a little bit. This was not my best day, so I need a laugh or two. Okay, I'm gonna need a laugh or three. Y'all come on in, hit the like button. Let's talk, let's talk, let's talk. Let's go. Hit the like button, come in, shoes off, wigs off. This time of night, them wigs supposed to be on the dresser. They ain't even supposed to be on the bed at all. Get them off. Get them off. Let's get comfortable, honey. We got gossiping to do. Okay. So first of all, I wanted to gossip yesterday, but I was working. Like I really didn't take a break to do anything yesterday. And then I started hurting yesterday evening, child, because it's my lady time. And you ladies know what it is when it's lady time. And it was real, it was a painful lady time this month. Okay. Very painful, very miserable, very awful. And so I need some laughs, like desperately. Oh my gosh, desperately. So let me run through here and greet everybody, and we finna talk. Dr. J, I know yesterday was y'all's Founders Day, right? Happy Founders Day to you. I know I missed you guys yesterday because you know I would have paid my respect, but I wasn't online yesterday. That's the only reason. So this belated but happy Founders Day to you, sis. Queen Mermaid, my good sis in the house, and my right hand, Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady. If y'all looking for new opportunities in the new year, go to the community tab. There is a Mary Kay post. She says she letting y'all get started right now for only $30, and her email is in the comments under that post. God's anointed daughter is up in the house. Hey girl, what's going on? Lala Chanel, hey gorgeous. Serene is in the building. Hello, hello. Good to see you, sis. Who else we got? Vita's here from Denver. You know what it is. You already know. Okay. The beautiful, the gorgeous Chanel D Queen. Hey, doll. How you doing? We got Rochelle. What's happening? Hey, Dora. How are you? Good to see you, sis. We got Tracy Lashley up in here. Y'all, we celebrating 2 birthdays. Yesterday was Helene Easley. Today is Red Majestic Diva. Y'all know how we do them twos and fews. Show some love. That is the royal family's version of pinning that good dollar to your shirt. So please, you know, when it's your birthday, you're going to want to pin that dollar. So make sure y'all, you know, throw them twos and fews. Ain't nobody going to be like, oh, she only did this and that. People be happy for just a little bit of love because it's the thought that counts. So y'all make sure y'all show love. Auntie Eva is up in here. How you doing? How you doing? Who else we got? There go my girl. Hey, Sydney. Welcome, welcome, sis. Hey, Katrina. What's happening? Andrew Barber. Hey, what's going on, kinfolk? Good to see you. Ashley. Hey. Oh, thank you. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm here. Leslie. Hey, sis. How you doing? So good to see you. The beautiful Bianca Edwards is here. And she say hit that like button, y'all. You know what time it is. There go Mama's Peanut. She's in the chat. She's telling y'all to hit the like button. Not your twins, Mama. How you doing? Emmanuel, how you doing, sugar? Good to see you. BJ Dez, what's going on? Good to see you. More Than Beauty. Is that my More Than Beauty? Yes, it is. Hey, gorgeous. Happy to be happy. Good to see you. Glad you made it. All right. Hey, Queen Me. What's going on? I got my DT. Hey, my DT. That's right. Get your food and drink ready because it's about to go down. And my baby decided she was finna cook and she done cooked and I'm gonna be eating. So don't y'all laugh at me. Okay, because I will be eating. I will do my best not to smack in nobody's ear because I'm not that country. Hey, Queen of Hearts KS. Well, maybe I am that country, but I'm not that ignorant. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna do my best anyway. Okay. I'm gonna try. But listen, y'all, we got to talk. We got to talk. Okay, now today I'm not gonna play the song. I know y'all know I want to play the song. Y'all know it. You know I want to play the song, but I ain't gonna do it. I played it yesterday though because when them cramps got real bad and I was feeling, you know how oh, there go my brother Paul Green. I love you. Y'all listen, y'all don't know this is like one of my favorite brothers on the entire planet. Even though my wig ain't here, I still love you more than anything in the world. We got to sit down and catch up, child. Okay. So listen, yeah, Lisa Marie Presley, she is dead. Yes, she is. R.I.P. to her. So listen, I did play the song. I did. I played the song yesterday because I was, I needed to feel that I was hurting. My stomach was hurting. So I played the song and I got it in like 3 or 4 times. And I felt better. And then guess what happened? It was Lily's fault. Y'all know I love Lily, but it was Lily's fault. Lily sent me this thing that was on the Shade Room about Tory Lanez daddy. Listen. Now, while I do enjoy, a little pot belly pop locking, I like a little pot belly pop locking with tight shirts, with the strange rapping. That rapping was strange, but the high note was high noting, okay? And so I enjoy that part, but I didn't enjoy what I saw on that live that he did that the Shade Room so shadily reposted, okay? Hey, Candy R. Child, I promise you, I was working. I really didn't take no break. And then when I did take a break, when I did finally take a break, right, I was hurting and I just, I wanted to come in here and gossip anyway, but I said, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Let it go until tomorrow. So tomorrow is here and this is what we finna do. So apparently this man took it on himself and absolutely nobody asked this man to go live and say what he said. But I'm going to let y'all hear what he said first. I want to tell y'all my take. I'm going to let y'all listen to him first, okay? Y'all don't mind, do you? Y'all don't mind, do you? Because we got to. Listen, this man literally, I'm going to say this much before I play his clip. This man literally went live to say that he forgive Megan and they been forgave her because of the law of forgive. I'm sitting there like, sir, are you seriously saying you forgive this girl for getting shot by your son? Is that really what you're saying? Are you really saying that you forgive this girl for getting shot by your son? How? How, Sway? She didn't sue your son. It was the state of California versus Daystar Peterson. It was not Megan versus your son. Hey, pretty me, Jay, what's up? Hey, L.O.L, what's happening? So listen, we got to get on into this. We got to get on into this thing. So let's go on, get it. Let me just share the screen. Let's get this over with. Let's get this over with. It's got to happen. So let's let this happen. Oh my God. Listen, y'all got to get this little fella. Y'all got to get this little fella. He is out of control. Baby girl says he's delusional. He is. The ink leaking into his head. it just builds up. You so crazy. You so crazy. I just want to make sure we got it queued up. I don't want no mishaps. Because if I just tell y'all what this man said, y'all not going to believe me. You say, I'd rather do a lap dance on Drake than hear Dookie Stain's dad being stupid again. Well, go and get your lap dancing shoes ready. Because we finna hear, as you call him, Dookie Stain's daddy one more time. Just be grateful ain't no more pot belly pop locking, okay? Be grateful for that. No more pot belly pop locking for the minute, for the moment. Let's go. Hold on.
Decided that we are not going to hold any animosity against Megan Pete. We forgave that girl long time ago. Because again, we know that the principle of forgiveness is important in order to cleanse one's heart, to cleanse one's soul, and to not be, bound up with hatred and hatred. Trust me, those things can act as diseases of the bones. It has and it can cause.
First of all, I did not mean to do that. But first of all, I would like somebody to explain to me how this man got a whole edge up and a part with no hair. Hey, Magdalena. Hey, Kenya 330. Who gets the edge up and a part with no hair? Am I the only person? Am I the only person that is confused by this? Am I the only one confused? Am I like, if I'm tripping, tell me I'm tripping. Say this man is dragging this. The man child is a terror. I'm telling y'all, you could see where his son gets it from. No accountability whatsoever. You could hard down, click, clack, pop somebody, and you need to forgive them. Girl, he is confusion. I used to like that song, Ball of Confusion. But this is taking it too far. Ashley say he airbrushed it on. That hair, I'm like, that's not hair, sir. Did he put that on with eyeshadow? That's not even a Beijing. You noticed that too? That ain't no tattoo. No, ma'am. I refuse to believe it. I just want to know how you get an edge up with a fade and a part with no hair. Not one strand of hair in sight. Can I have some cold water, mama? Thank you. Y'all, she done hooked me up. Let me tell you something. If y'all ain't taught your kids how to cook, you torturing yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't torturing myself. I love me. Hold on, let me see what y'all say. He just as messy as his son and is. I kid you not, his bald head looked like a loop. Ooh, DT. Now, what you know about how that look? Hold on, let me get y'all comments. Hold on. He literally didn't even come up until the trial was almost over, and he don't even care about his son. He just want the fame off the child's mistake. Ooh. Out of the mouth of babes. Hey, Glennis. Glennis, it's not even a haircut. Yeah, Adrian. A tattoo ombre fade with a side part. I don't know what that is, but it's giving Easter egg. That's all I'm saying. It's giving Easter egg. Let me find out he trying to take the Easter Bunny job. Let me find out. Because this don't look right. He like one of the air nomads. I just want to take an eraser and go to town on his head. Baby, two things that family lack is accountability and real help. I can't. I'm gonna let him keep talking. Say forgive her about lying about what? He cared that she didn't want to claim that body. Come on now. Anybody with lying say they didn't sleep with that man? Anybody with a brain who gonna admit to sleeping with him on purpose? Unless you could say that somebody gave you green alcohol and you was half out your mind and went blind, who else in the hell is going to admit to sleeping with this little angry, violent, menacing leprechaun? Heck up out of here. Let's go ahead and let this clown keep talking. You got to hear this. Let's go.
Let me stop right here and say,
look at that hair. Just look, I'm sorry. I know I said I was going to let him talk, but y'all look at that. Y'all look. I'm done.
Say this, and this might come as a shock to many of you. But guess what? Both my son, myself, and others of our family have long decided that we are not holding any animosity against Megan P, aka Megan the Stallion. We forgave that girl long time ago. Because again, we know that the principle of forgiveness is important in order to cleanse one's heart, to cleanse one's soul, and to not be, bound up with hatred and hatred, trust me, resentment, bitterness, those things can actually cause diseases of the bones. It has been proven, and it can cause sickness in your body.
But sir, if you full of crap and you don't take a fleet animal, that's gonna cause colon cancer. I ain't telling you what to do, sir, but just saying. It's a thought.
Because you're holding on to something that is negative against the real life force in your life. So whatever you do in life, no matter how hard it is, forgive. Because forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. It's for you. And so that's what we decided. Some will actually, no doubt, question, is he actually saying that Tory forgave Megan for all what's going on? Yes, we have forgiven her. But what we will not back down from is the machine. Let me stop right here and say this, and this might come as a shock to many of you. But guess what? Both my son, myself, and
okay, so this ain't the one where we could hear the whole long drawn out thing. And that's all. He sounded real stupid to me. What machine? The U.S. justice system, I guess you could call it a machine. You know what I'm saying? They eat black men for breakfast. Black children too. But one thing you can do to beat the machine is don't commit a crime. Now that's one way to beat the game. Like that's a whole cheat code right there. I'm going to tell you something else you can do to beat that game. Don't shoot people in the feet. I got another one. If you do shoot people in the feet, don't call and apologize on the jail phone. I got another cheat code to beat the machine. If you do shoot people in the feet and you do call and apologize on the jail phone, which is recorded, okay? Another way to beat it is to get a lawyer to actually focus on the thing that you did rather than talking about somebody coochie, which was not on the jail phone. You understand? There's so many things that you could do to beat that machine. You can beat it. That's the cheat code. DT, what you say? Not blaming the machine like Trash or Coupon. Why you call that lady trash? Y'all be killing me calling Tasha K Trash or K and all that stuff. Y'all crazy. I'm just saying, like, it's 100 ways to beat the machine. Say, forgive Megan. Yeah, he on mushrooms or some other good psychedelics. He lucky in the sky with diamonds type of high. Oh, yes. Lucy in the sky. Mm-hmm. Say, it's so funny to me how he speaks so profoundly with them 3D glasses on and number 2 pencil on his head. Sir, the boy is in jail. Put money on his books and hush. Hell, if he was that boy, rather than being up there in that tight shirt, pop belly pop locking, he could have been training his son. Then you wouldn't have to be on here making excuses, pretending like your son was forced to shoot that girl in the foot. I'm still trying to figure out, oh, you're right, Eva. I need to send him the list on what you can do, on all the things you can do. Oh, I can tell you something else he could do. And y'all give him some suggestions in the chat. You know, the stars be watching social media. Every now and then they see something we say. So put some help for things he could have done in the chat to help him beat the game. You know, cheat codes. You know, cheat codes is important. And I feel like maybe he needed some. Okay, so another thing he could have did to beat the system, right, would have been, you know, maybe not jumping on sick little August Alsina. That would have been a good thing to do. Because you can't tell me that the people ain't taking into account that this man is running around whooping on folks, okay? And then another thing he could have did to beat the system, after he shot the girl in the foot and she wasn't saying nothing, maybe don't go on social media trying to create stories. Just be quiet and hope the police don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? If she don't go to social media and start spreading stories and you know you the shooter, maybe you don't go to social media and try to spread stories. I mean, I'm just saying that's one way to go about this thing. That's something he could have done. You know what I'm saying? Say he at least could have grasped at self-defense instead of worrying about sexual conduct. Yes, tacos, burritos, and sexual conduct and how many shots the girl had. As though somehow once you're above the legal limit, bullets materialize in your foot. I still ain't figured that out. Y'all, I have drank moonshine from almost every state in the Southeast U.S. And out of all the moonshine I done drank, and I know I'll blow numbers anywhere. I was drinking good and better. I know good and well I was way past the legal limit and no bullet ever materialized in my foot. In no way should that have been his defense's focus. Say, be up with hope and down with dope. That's what he could have done. Yes, that's a good one. King 330 said the hairline looked like an Etch-a-Sketch. You mean to tell me if he shake his head real hard, it's going to disappear? Don't tell me that. He could have popped his tail when he was little. No, I'm talking about what Tory could have did to beat the game. DT said, welcome to the segment. Royal Family call Cheat Code 101. Advance on how to beat the machine, the system. Give your advice. Yes, we want to know how could Tory have beat the machine? So right now, your son is in there. I don't know whether you're ready to accept that, but he in there. Hairline, like a Pinky and the Brain with Siamese twin. You so silly. Yes, she said it's a sketch. That's hit the like button. That's also a cheat code. Say up, left, right, shift, shift. Oh, and don't forget circle, circle, triangle, X. But there's so many things he could have done to beat that code. Hell, after you did it, how about you could have actually paid that girl Kelsey that money you promised her? It was so many ways he could have beat the code. Like, he did not have to go to jail. The boy just didn't have to go. He didn't have to go. He went. At this point, I'm starting to feel like he wanted to go. You know, you done did all this stuff. You know, the jury done heard all this stuff. And you mean to tell me, rather than try to give a story to explain why any of this stuff existed, you decided to talk about this girl Coochie. I don't listen. Coochie is powerful. God gave us Coochie to level out the playing field. Yes, he did. He put men in charge. He gave them better upper body strength, more fast twitch muscles, and he gave us something so powerful. It has brought down whole civilizations. But this little stick of dynamite that we sitting on ain't enough to make nobody pick up no pistola and get the popping. It don't work like that. Lala say, pray to the heavens for a better hairline and better moral compass. Yes, that's a real good way to beat the cold. Yep, hit the like button. Pretty Me J say he could have took the stand so we could hit his. Yes. But you know what, Pretty Me J? They say when people guilty, their lawyers will tell them don't get on that stand because they know that it's like you can't get up there and only your lawyers ask you questions. Once you get there, then the prosecution get to cross-examine. Mm-hmm. And there's no way for them to really prepare him for what the prosecution would have asked him. And they probably said the prosecution gonna ask you all about that phone call. So don't get up there. Mm-hmm. Okay, Candy, I got a real one. She said acknowledge anger as an issue and sought some help with that bad behavior. Mm-hmm. Hey, D. Morrow. Mm-hmm. Exactly, girl. The fact when they said he decided not to take the stand, I said, uh-huh. His lawyer done told him, boy, you know you guilty. You know you better not get on that stand. Right. Now, that's how you beat the cheat code on the inside of the jail. Mm-hmm. Instead of claiming Meg had a drinking problem, you could have said you did and checked yourself into rehab and tried to take accountability. You know what? That might have worked. They in California, too. You know, they fall for that frou-frou stuff, especially if you're a so-called celebrity. Mm-hmm. Because it said, I got a drinking problem. I can't help myself. I blacked out. I don't remember what I did. No. You're going to call her drunk as though somehow it's a scientific study that proves if you drink too much that bullets materialize in your feet. Mm-mm. Hey, U.S. Army Brett. Did you say give Drake a lap dance and he might give you a good lawyer? DT, I ain't gonna ask you what you've been thinking about tonight. I'm not. Mm-mm. You bad. Ooh, I'm in timeout. You in timeout? Okay. He should have been in rehab the next day if I'm his PR, but no. Instead of him going straight to rehab the next day, he went straight to social media. Yeah, she put herself in timeout. Put herself in timeout. Mm-hmm. That she did. DT said, let me go to the corner. You know what? You run the corner. You run the corner. You always in there. You run the corner. That is your corner. So how about the fact that he did not understand that jail call was being recorded? Just dumb. Listen. My children can tell you after I caught them 3 to 4 times at anything, even what I used to tell y'all, either stop doing it or get better at it. And maybe his daddy should have told him that. Either stop going around here attacking people and getting caught and getting in trouble or get better at it. Now, you do one of the goddamn two. You can't just keep doing stuff like that and then going to jail and getting caught. Like it. The fact that you keep getting caught means that you're not good at it. That's what it means. It means you're not good at it. Period. Now, I don't know if ain't nobody told you that, but if you get caught more than twice doing the same thing, then maybe it ain't for you. Trina say he told Megan to stop and dance, and now Big Bubba finna tell him to dance like he a ballerina. I mean, you know, he is real light. Maybe it might be easy to lift him up. I know one thing, the jail rendition of Swan Lake finna be lit this year. So listen, that ain't all before we move on from him. You know, we had to get our fill of Leprechaun news. I didn't even know that Leprechaun news was going to become a regular thing, but you know, here we are. And they say now they saying he got the Casey Anthony lawyer. You know, the little clear girl that killed a kid and got away with it. You know. Now they say he has Casey Anthony's lawyer, so maybe he's hoping that he can help him. But my thing is, why didn't you call him before you got convicted? You know, stupid is and stupid does, I guess. Now, what's going on, nephew? Jeremy, what's happening? Pinky in the brain, what's going on? So listen, now this the other thing. Y'all ain't tell me T.I. and Tiny had to sue the L.O.L dolls people because they was up there. They done stole the OMG girls' whole look and everything and made OMG dolls. When I heard about OMG dolls, I just thought they was using like the term OMG. I didn't realize that they jacked those little girls, those young women, they're young women now, but those young girls' whole look. Dr. J say Mama could have threw a wig over him and escaped. Oh, not the wig. Thank you for joining us for our segment of Cheat Codes 101 and Leprechaun News. I know that's right. Yeah, I didn't know that. Nobody told me. Y'all didn't tell me. Y'all slipping. Because they're going to court now. Now they're going to court. I had no idea. I must say I'm not surprised because we know those people like to steal. It's kind of their thing, is what they do. It's kind of what they do. However, now they going to court because then I went and looked like the dolls that they imitated the hair color, the hairstyles, like everything. Everything. Like they straight jacked those girls' entire look. Say that's a big bag to sue them L.O.L doll people. I didn't know either. Right. And I done gave them a lot of money because my youngest was in love with L.O.L dolls and they expensive for them little bitty tiny things and they lose all the parts because all of the parts, the little wigs and stuff is real small. Oh, yes. Right. It's undeniable. Like they can't even lie and say that they didn't. They definitely did jack them. Going to court, honey. Yep, they stole. They stole. They better be glad this ain't the Middle East. Chop that hand off because clearly this was theft. This took place. It's sad, but this is really what happened. And before we get to the RHOP stuff, because they got more mess going on as per normal. And however, why y'all ain't tell me Fashion Nova is texting people phone cussing? Yes. Shocked me. I was not prepared to know this. I know that the girl, you know, the young girls like to wear the Fashion Nova, and some of the little outfits is so cute. And it's like, oh, that's so adorable. That's so lovely. And everything. But I didn't know you order from them people. And if you get on somehow they get your phone number, that they say they be texting you cussing. That's what they say. Now they say if you order from what was the other one? Shein, and they get your number, they say they be texting you in bad English telling you about their sales. But they say Fashion Nova, yes, they be texting your phone cussing. DT cussing. Yes, they say you got to see this SHIT. Like they be texting your phone cussing. Mm-hmm. They think it sound good. Now, girl, you know I ain't got no TikTok. I'm grown. Mm-hmm. So I figured before we get into the RHOP mess, I will let y'all know. If you're ordering from Fashion Nova, you better make sure they ain't got your phone number because if they do, If they get a sale and they want to tell you about it, they're going to text your phone and it might be some cussing in it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nacho Twins mama said the opt-out text stop. It shocked me. StreamYard is in the chat. Because I know when it comes to RHOP, sometimes people have opinions and I want to hear all of them. Because I can only tell you what I think about the mess. So can we please talk about this sneak peek that's on the interwebs at the moment? Can we talk about the sneak peek? Because it's about that time. Trina say they send them messages to my Gmail. They be cussing in the email too? Hey, Lady Virgo say, OMG, is that what's going on? I just ordered from, I hope you ain't giving your phone number. Because they say they be on there cussing. They'll text you and be cussing. Uh-huh. Pretty Me J say, nah, I texted them back and said the coupon code wasn't enough and they gave me a better one. Okay, well, maybe a little cussing might be worth it. Hold on, when you texted them back, did you cuss at them and say this MF and coupon code ain't enough? Send me another GD coupon code, and then they gave you a good one. Because I was just shocked that an actual business would text you cuss words. Oh my God. You say Fashion Nova been doing that in the email for a long time. You've been letting them people cuss at you and you ain't told me they was cussing at you. I'll be dang. Say, glad I never ordered from them because I might have to cuss back. God's still working on me. Y'all, I'm telling you, it was the funniest thing I'd ever heard of. I didn't know they was doing that. I said, oh my God. Listen, I was geezering heavy. I know I was heavy on the geezer when I heard that one. I say, wait, what the church doing? They say, no, it's the company. Oh my God, you got to see this ish. Trina say, yeah, they'll tell you, better place your order, B. Oh, now that I'm gonna give you some money, you done tell me I better place my order and call me a B. You didn't cuss at them. Next time, Pretty Me J, cuss them back. I want somebody to cuss them back. Okay, cuss them back and tell me what they do. To respond back, B, I know you effing lied. Oh my God. Yeah, y'all hit the like button, please. Thank you so much. Yes, call her a B. You better place your order, B. Oh my God. Listen, how is that marketing? How? On what planet is that marketing? Oh my God. And the delivery people be stealing your packages. Listen, Fashion Nova sound like you got to be hood certified to order or receive a package. I'm glad I'm old and too big for anything they got. It's cool. They got it. Right. Some old hostile marketing. Good Lord. Are they like the soul food kitchen of Chinese dropship fashion? You know how you go to the good soul food kitchen? Like the better the soul food kitchen, the worse they talk to you? Is that what this is? Are the clothes that good? They got to talk to you like that? They try to talk like they black. Do they realize black people don't walk around just cussing at each other? Is that what they consider black? Are you sure? Hey, leader. Ain't that something? You better place your order, B. Hell no. Listen, I'm not ready. But this is giving me soul food kitchen clothes. You know how you go in the good soul food kitchen, the one that got the real good oxtails, that real good baked macaroni, and you can always get that corner. When you go in there, what y'all want? Hurry up now. Ain't no more grape soda. Ain't no more Pepsi. And any soul food kitchen where them people talk to you real bad like that, you already know that food about to be slamming. You gonna chew your fingernails off with the food. You know it's about to be good. So I'm sitting there like maybe they trying to give y'all the soul food experience. You say that's how the children talk now. They just walk up and cuss at each other like they're a Def Jam, huh? Just hostile. Not your twins mama say I had a hostile brand, and some people like when you give it to them raw. Is that raw? That's an insult. That sounds like an act of aggression to me. Yeah, that's the other one with the cashier wearing the pink sponge rollers at the checkout with a bonnet on it. Mm-hmm. That's how you know that food finna be lit. But listen, let's talk about Potomac, y'all. This sneak peek made me dig in my scalp. Y'all saw that thumbnail. I had to get a picture of Big Reese and put it on that thumbnail. That was, that's the picture I could find for that episode. She's sitting over there, looked like she was praying, like Lord Karen shine a light on me. She's sitting there, shine on me, like she was at prayer meeting. And she was just waiting for the deacon to stop singing where she could be the one to start praying. She over there with her fingers clasped while Giselle lied through her cheap wig, talking about if there's going to be a queen of Potomac, it'll be Sharice. I say Sharice is the queen of Potomac. Maybe she means Sharice wear queen size pantyhose. Ain't no shame. I wear queen size pantyhose too. But that got to be what Giselle was talking about. He would say if you say B, don't miss this sale, I'm more inclined to look. Oh, you are more inclined to look if they say B, don't miss this sale. Well, I be dang. Well, what do you be thinking? Do you be thinking like if it's so exciting that it made you cuss, I got to see what this is? Is that the thought process? Help me. You ain't seen the sneak peek. Well, slide over to Instagram and go to the Peach Report. Or try on Bravo Shade Room, either one of them, and come back and tell me you didn't hear Giselle tell that lie. If it's a queen of Potomac, then it would be Sharice. Say Sharice looked like a chicken having a seizure. I'm done. I ain't seen her move enough to say she had a seizure, DT. Every time I see her, she looked like she 1 minute from crossing over to the upper room. That's what it looked like. She don't move. Her wig don't move. When she tried to jump up at that table to match Karen, that's the most movement we seen this heifer make all season. Hell, when she walk, do she move? Do somebody have on a little platform with rollers underneath it, like you put a house plant on and just drag her? She don't move. K Blake say, help me understand why Lord, this Rob the Builder. Why are y'all calling this woman a builder? I just don't understand. Gizmo can be mad at Wendy forever, but Karen has to forgive. We be wrong, cha-cha. Double standards for the demonic duo. Yeah, it's a lot. Say Sharice is the straight. She looked like one. You say it must be serious because they cussing. Okay, I got you. Hey, Londa. Lady Virgo say it's only Giselle and Robin pushing this Queen of Potomac mess to get under Karen's skin. It just ain't working, though. It ain't working. Sharice is too large to get under Karen's skin. They got to find somebody that's more compact. Find somebody portable. Sharice is not portable. That is the flow model. And I should know. Okay? I myself am not portable. Nobody should ever allow me to get under their skin, honey. That sounds painful. Say, but I really don't think Karen care. She wants Sharice to leave her alone for real. That's all she wants. That is all she wants. Hey, Vaughn. Girl, we just glad you slid through. L.O.L say Sharice the first queen I seen wear the crown under the wig. L.O.L, I need respectfully carry your tail to the corner. Just go. Who the hell wear a crown under the wig? No. Pinky and the Brain say I did DoorDash tonight and I see the Slavery 2023 we delivering your food. Meanwhile, one step away. I mean, I don't know what that got to do with Sharice. Are you saying Sharice is delivering DoorDash? Is that what you telling me? Trina say Gizzard was the same one who gave Karen the title Grand Dame, and now football player shaped Sharice is the queen of what? Living in her car with a sweaty face? Y'all, listen, Trina, go to the corner. Just go. Pretty Me J say Sharice give low budget, so she can't get that queen title. At all. Sharice said that German Shepherd. Sharice said that German Shepherd wig was both sweating hard, and the way she had her fingers clasped together like she was deep in prayer at that table. And this the production is so messy. They gonna pan over there to her, leaned up on their table with her fingers clasped together. I said, production is a mess. Lana said the hypocrisy of them green-eyed bandits who keep pushing Sharice onto these women and nobody is checking for. While they ice out Wendy for checking them for attacking her marriage. Right. And it was so funny that they did all that. Nobody agreed with them. They were just out there on a limb. And baby, Karen says she checking in. She clocked in all season. She clocked in. So Karen was like, look, for me, I'm done. Because I'm involved. I'm just letting you know I'm done. And she's like, you can't shut down a conversation. You can't tell people, you know, I can have an opinion. She said, you can. I'm just telling you, for me, I'm done. And then here come little Robert. Little Robert jumped in like somebody pressed her button. Here come little Robert jumping in like it's a off rhythm double dutch game. She jumps in. Karen, like, everybody in this group has to be accountable. And I'm sitting there, Hooker, you the same one sat up there, put your phone on this black woman who was just physically attacked by this large Hispanic gentleman and told her to fight or don't fight, while laughing at Kikin and training a phone on her with the light on it. And you talking about everybody in this group has to be accountable, like she was there for you when you were going. And Karen shut her right now. She's like, first of all, girl, I have already told y'all, keep my mama out your mouth. I finally understand what she's saying. She's like, look, she said, I ain't saying nothing about your mom. She's like, girl, my grief is about my mama. Leave that alone. Don't be trying to bring up my mama's funeral for nothing. I don't want to talk about when I was grieving over my mama. Apparently, she's still grieving over her mama. And I know the feeling. And she don't want you talking about, oh, she went to a funeral. She did it. She don't use nothing about her mama passing for Big Reese. Now, that's what she's saying. Lala says, spoiled Reese's Pieces being the Queen of Potomac is like Hot Wheels acknowledging his son Hunter had pockets full of stones energy, and canceling student loan debt ain't gonna happen. Well, there you go. Hunter in the rock bottom price. Pretty Me J said the Green Eyed Bandits don't want other women on the show better than them. Hence why they pressed for Sharice to come back. Right, because when Sharice was there the first time, Giselle wasn't checking for her. Giselle was mad that lady had coins and she didn't. Okay, Candy, I'll say it's the voice for me. You killing me. Well, that's how she said it, Karen. Then she got in the confessional talking about Karen, she has these shields up. Don't talk about my husband. Don't talk about my kids. Don't talk about my mom. She's crafty. Like, no, whore. Those are called boundaries. Those are called boundaries. She shouldn't have to tell y'all don't bring up her dead mama or her mama's funeral or nothing about that time in her life. Like, leave her alone. She told you it's a trigger. Respect her boundaries. Girl, listen. Do we really want to tell them to look up the definition of accountability? Because in all honesty, somebody taught her the word antagonize, and we heard it like back to back to back for a whole episode. We really want to go there? Right. Don't put my mama in it. That's how she sounded to me, y'all. I'm sorry. When she talked, that's what I hear. Oh wait, am I wrong? Like, is that not how Lil Robert sound on the TV? Because every time I hear her, that's what I hear. That's what I hear. Because they was mad because Karen was like, no, I ain't gonna stop you from talking. I'm just letting you know that you will be talking to yourself because I don't have nothing else to do with that. Just leave my mama out of it. Mm-hmm. Yolanda, find the nearest corner and get in it. Can they read what, baby? I call Robin can't get right. She sure can't. That's a good name for that. That's a real good name for little Robert. L.E.L. say they act like Sharice being at that funeral changed the fact that she tried to play with Karen marriage. Right. You showed up at a funeral you wasn't even invited to. And she supposed to pretend like you didn't sit up there and tell lies. And then we saw that she told some more lies this season, talking about the lady was messing with the help in the bathroom. Like, nobody believes that. You so low class and dirty for even making up something like that. The fact that your mind could even conceive something like that lets me know that the only queen is them queen size stockings you putting on for Sunday service, and the only throne you sitting on is your toilet. That's right, girl. Florida all day long. You say all the corners are taking you right. Wait till one of them come out the corner, then you go in one. Uh-huh. No. I don't think it's a stretch, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't. I didn't quite understand where she was coming from at first, but I get it. She just ain't saying it right. It's not so much that they went to saying, oh, Karen, your mama was bald-headed or your mama was this or that. What it is bringing up her mama's passing at all is a trigger for that lady. And she letting them know, leave my mama out y'all conversation. My mama gone. Now you talking about me having to go through the burial of my mama, like to commemorate the fact that my mama is gone. Stop bringing that up. You're not going to use the passing of my mama to help this woman. Okay? I get that. Who filed? What I do? Say exactly, because if you talk about my mama, I'm putting my religion aside for a second and whoop your tail. Well, Karen was jumping up like she had done rubbed on all her good icy hot, and she was ready to go and get loose. Sharice wasn't praying. She realized her stockings was too tight around her leg. Now listen, a pair of tight stockings will make you pray. Now, DT, you one is not independent of the other. Now, you know, considering that I do belong to the big leg committee as well, when them stockings be too tight, which is why I stopped wearing stockings, oh, it'll make you pray in tongues too. In tongues. It's gonna be some energetic prayers. When them stockings get too tight, your legs go to itching. You can't feel your baby toe. Oh yeah, you gonna pray. You gonna pray. Make no mistake about it. Wait a minute. You say, oh, you meant can they read the definition of accountability? Sharice does look constantly constipated. Oh Lord. You know what? I can't even argue with you, Kay Blake. You might be right. Maybe that's why she was praying. Because Big Reese had her hands folded. She had her hands folded like she was finna do some old school praying. Oh, Yolanda, I need you to find a corner. Because you bad. But she do need to stop begging. Yeah, Sharice is very foul. She is so foul. You right, Pinky in the brain. Sharice showed up with a crunchy wig. That's what ran Karen hot. Sharice always showing up unkempt. Yeah, Aaron on it tonight. Aaron ain't lying. Aaron ain't lying though. Aaron, I got your back. Aaron ain't told no lie. DT, I want to let you out the corner, but you just stay there. Pretty Me J say, I can relate too, because I had a friend that I was beefing with that posted my dad's obituary on her Instagram stories. I thought that wasn't genuine. Like, don't use my pain for likes. Yes, Say it again. That's why I say, like, once I understood, Karen ain't expressing it right, but I totally get what she's saying. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You say tight stockings will make you pray, and if your shoes pinch your heel, that might make you pray and curse. Ooh, when that shoe slide up and down and rub on the back of your heel. Been there. So let me look up some places to send Sharice to get a colonic. Oh, you know what? Ain't nothing like a good colonic. Yeah. Tacky and loud. And loud. That's right, y'all. Everybody take a minute. Hit the like button, please. So now, I'm just, wait a minute. DT, thank you for the super chat. Say also new Sharice avatar. I see that's the sexy one from the water park. Yes. Yes, Fuchsia. Yes. So listen. Everybody was talking about that interview that Giselle did calling Candace a victim. Now, I heard highlights, but I finally went and saw the interview. And we're going to go over it a little bit. Y'all excuse me. I'm sorry. I had to cough real bad. But we're going to go over that a little bit because y'all, all I'm going to say is Giselle clearly listens to the internet. And she is legit trying to say about Candace what we have clearly said about her. As for somebody who don't care about social media, she sure care enough to be watching social media. And she care enough to actually know what we say about her and to say it about somebody else. Pretty Me J say this friend did send flowers to my mom before the IG post, but that post had me side-eyeing her. Oh yeah, more than a side-eye. I might have told that heifer to take it down. Londa say we can see about the nearest PetSmart store to pick up some treats for Rottweiler. Oh, Lord. Rottweiler Dixon. Girl, remind me not to piss you off. Just, pencil that in. Put it somewhere on your schedule. Like, text Nitra, tell her don't piss me off. Just, send me a little text. That's all. That's all. So, let's talk about this interview this heifer did. This lady says she don't regret anything she said to Candace about her husband, because I know Candace is sensitive and she can be a bit dramatic. I was careful to choose my words carefully with her. At that time, she and I were friends, so I wasn't going to say anything that to be super inflammatory and hurt her, but she took it to a whole other level of nonsense. Candace wants to always be a victim. We're no longer friends, so I don't feel like I need to hold back anymore. What happened, happened, and it was unfortunate, and no one's going to tell me how to feel in a situation like that. First of all, let's stop right there and talk about exactly what you're saying. Okay? So, boom. You claim you chose your words carefully. Meanwhile, what was careful about you calling this woman husband a sneaky link? And when a married man trying to holler at you, he was trying to see if I was with it. That wasn't choosing your words carefully. You came to her and said he made you uncomfortable. He didn't touch you. He didn't say nothing to you out the way, but he made you uncomfortable. Now you done flipped it. She talking about what happened, and it was unfortunate. Nothing happened. Somebody spoke to you briefly. You asked them, was y'all ready to go back out, or was somebody looking for y'all? And he left immediately, and he told you to leave the door because you the one invited him to your room. So ain't no what happened. The only thing that happened is that you lied on somebody that didn't do nothing to you. You was a nasty tramp, but we already knew that. And then talking about ain't nobody gonna tell me how to feel in a situation like that. It wasn't no situation. The only situation is that you told lies. That's the situation. And what's funny is with all this, is like she still don't see nothing wrong with lying. Lady Virgo say words she kept changing and twisting. Girl, yes, she did. Yes, she did. Them words was doing the walk too. See, they was all twisted up. She too pretty to be that miserable. I'm telling you. And the misery is showing all over her face. Hey, my Kai. StreamYard's in the chat because we're talking about this sneak peek and this interview that Giselle did. Because we got to go through this. Yep, the raggedy hoe from Hampton. Y'all ain't gonna never let her live that down. Lala said, Grandma Willow just mad she didn't get to introduce Chris to her ring of fire. Ooh, not the ring of fire. Now that's just nasty, Lala. Go find an empty corner. Just find one. So then she says, clearly she has nothing else going on. Girl, don't you need to sing a song? Don't you need to make a record? Go do that. So she's all even trying to imitate the way Candace talks. What you mean she ain't got nothing else going on? Giselle, that girl got plenty going on. What the hell do you have going on? Buying a chandelier to put over your front door is not having something going on. Planning a Sweet 16 party when nobody hardly shows up is not having something going on. Doing a podcast live with 30 people in the audience, half of them with free tickets, is not having something going on. What the hell do you have going on, Giselle? You know that's what we say about you and your friend Lil Robert. K. Blake say, don't nobody want that elastic gathered neck and cankles. Seriously delusional. Ooh, hey Kai.
Hi, I'm late. I was on the phone, but I'm here.
Oh. Okay, I'm just glad you're here. So now let's go over the rest of this pitiful interview that she did. Hey, Dana Cutler says she got more opportunities than Gizelle. Sure do, and she's still young, and all her skin is still the right size. I shouldn't have said that, but it's true. Nacho Twins mama saying this is why her daughters don't see it for her. She's a trash A lady. Yes, she is. DT say Chris looked at her and knew he'd get burned by her flamethrower. First of all, that man did not want to dig through that loose meat to find that flamethrower, but I'm going to let that go. Then she goes on to say, I think that she is taking this position of, oh, I'm just going to deflect. I'm going to speak about Giselle and try to trash Giselle as opposed to talking to your husband. Like, why would your husband even do that? Let's start there. He didn't do anything. And they have talked. They talked about exactly what went on, which was nothing. What the hell you want her to do? And this whole she's deflecting. There is no deflection. There's nothing to deflect from. This lets me know, I feel like this is confirmation that Giselle wanted this to be a thing for the season. And Candace didn't give it to her. And the fact that Candace didn't give it to her, she's still salty. And she should leave that salt alone, honey. Sodium causes swelling. Then she goes on to say, of course, you know, she wants to create a story. This could have died because it was a simple conversation, but she wants to create a story. Girl, you tried to create a story and she didn't feed it. She spoke to everybody that season but you. She wanted to carry this out throughout the season. Now, okay, Kai, you here. Let me ask you. Do you see Candace trying to carry this out, or is Candace ignoring her like a bad case of road rash?
Candace is ignoring her like she was never born on this earth.
Candace is ignoring her like that dude that wear gray flannel at the club and keep sending you drinks.
It is. I mean, I don't even think the girl has even
ignoring her like the dude that keep offering you a ride home from work, but he got a Jerry curl and that one lonely gold tooth.
I gotta see the gold tooth. Oof.
That one lonely gold tooth. She is ignoring her like like when you got a creepy neighbor and they always speaking to you, no matter whether you leaving or coming home, no matter what time, they always in the hallway. Hey, she's ignoring her like that. Like hard ignore. So how is she carrying it the whole season? She just didn't go back to talking to you.
Yes.
But that's what she said. She said she carried it the whole season. She wanted to take all this to the girls' trip, which she did. It's just exhausting to me. What was exhausting? Her ignoring you?
But we're also not going to pretend that the girls' trip, they literally don't talk about things that happen on their show. So that's not something like the ordinary. The main point is on your show, I don't even think she's talked about you in the confessional.
That's it. So what's so exhausting? Because the girl is literally not interacting with her at all. I don't understand why she's exhausted. Like, we know she don't really like physical activity, but what's exhausting you?
She playing games.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's very clear that Giselle should stop talking because she keeps talking and she keeps revealing her hand because it lets us know that you want a reaction. You want the reaction that everyone calls childish out of her. Because to me, I'm like, you're still calling her childish, even though she said her little quip about you when you brought it up to her, but she has paid you entire dust since. So what else is supposed to be happening?
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. What do you want?
You want her to flip out on you and you can cry wolf.
Right. And say, oh, Candace goes too far. And now she gave you nothing.
Okay, and I missed the little part about like her saying like, did we get there yet? Because I just got it. The part of like the whole, don't you have something to do? She has nothing else going on.
Yep, I did that part. Yeah, because and I had to point out the fact that Giselle know that's what we say about her. So now she's trying to flip that back on Candace.
Okay,
Candace
that's a good point.
Has plenty going on. She trying to get a baby. She married. Her husband working. Now he finally got a job. Her mama and her is cool. She's singing Trina on her little thing, and she getting shots, about to get eggs harvested. Her sister building the house, but she's staying there. It looked like it's a lot going on with her.
Okay. Yeah, let's get to it. What you also brought with fabulous point, I didn't think of it. Like, she's saying everything that people have said about her, but it's true. This season alone, girl has finished the MBA, talked about how her parents are building another family home for the sister. Mm-hmm. Yep. Husband got her job. She did the egg thing. The eggs have been retrieved. That's a Twitter update, though. Then, even more so, she's not at the Miami trip on time because she was filming her show for All Black. Is filming shows on Netflix. Is filming shows on BET. Did the song with Trina. Shot the music video with Trina. What are you talking about? I think that's a lot happening.
Mm-hmm.
And still filming the show.
Right. Hey, Red Majestic Diva girl, your crown done fell off. And we up in here celebrating you. But this is the thing. That girl got everything going on. That's what I was saying. Like, Gizelle, buying a chandelier to put over your front door is not having something going on. It's not. Every other episode asking Mia about her coochie tails is not having something going on. Running behind Karen trying to throw Big Reese on her is not having something going on.
And the daughter is about to fly the coop.
Mm-hmm. They're running from her.
It just, to me, that part really took me out because I was just like, because I feel like people don't understand. That was like, to me, that was a bit degrading for you to try to pretend like she has nothing going on with her life. Well, meanwhile, you just talked about how you had 5 boys for 3 years and no one knew a single thing about it. And even more so, it's like the only thing I've known for the past couple of years we've seen you do is add on to whatever that is that you call Way Home. And this podcast popped up.
Well, that's this year now, don't forget she added the chandelier. And
I said the add-ons. I said the add-ons, okay?
Look, she had to get a screwdriver and a drill, and after you put the two leads, the one lead like the ground wire that come out of the ceiling into the it's just like a ceiling fan, and you got to screw the little yellow cap on there to twist them together, and then you got to get your drill the screws back in there to hold it up. So that's technically she added something on.
Yeah, right? You giving her a lot for that industrial chandelier she got going up in that house.
I gotta find something because ain't nothing else happening.
But that's the point. It just, which I know this isn't a full colorism, but I'm just like the audacity of you to say that. Mm-hmm. Like the true audacity of you to say that. When this season alone, she has major things going on.
Mm-hmm. Major. And this girl and Giselle is doing what she always does. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Say Grizzle was busy attacking others. She neglected her own health. Now that I believe. Now I did hear some people say some not so nice things about that. Like I'm okay with people with the with her fibroid issue. I'm okay with people not having empathy. That's fine, because she said she did not care about social media, which is actually that people who watch the show and keep up with a check. However, some of the things that were said, hey Jeremy.
Hey.
Some of the things that were said about that situation by some people, I thought it was just crude. You know, things like, oh, that's not true, this and that. I'm like, no, I believe
that was too much.
Yeah, I thought that was nasty. And y'all know me. Excuse me. Even if I don't like somebody, it's some lines you ought not cross.
Because I feel like the stronger point is the fact that she said she's been doing this for 3 years and we have never heard a thing about it. Like, that to me shows me that you're not a good housewife, because like you're not sharing any part of yourself. We got the whole thing from Cynthia. It's a big deal, and especially for women, especially for Black women, the whole fibroids issue. And for you to just all of a sudden just that little side comment 3 years later after you don't find out you have this issue, to me just shows how much she's hiding, or like there's really not anything going on to the point where I think she knows she's boring.
Mm-hmm. Well, you mean, are you talking about the thing where it was like 4 of them after the show? They were only going to do that for 1 season. Portia didn't mess that up for her. It was only going to be 1 season.
Yeah, because Andy was like taking the paternity leave. Sorry.
Right. So they did that to cover for Watch What Happens Live. That was never coming back. She need to get something else going. Yeah, and she got her MBA. Yeah, she got her master's. Candace is a busy girl now. She's busy. And I will admit, I did not like Candace in the beginning. Candace is growing on me a smidge. And I feel like she's growing on me because I think Wendy has been a good influence on her. Her being around Wendy, kind of paling with her a little bit. I think Wendy's been a good influence because she's a lot more logical in her behavior. When she talks now, it actually makes sense. It's not just a bunch of incoherent insults. It's not giving, 10th grader in high school. It's not giving that anymore. So, I mean, this version of Candace is actually okay. I don't see why anybody would have a complaint at all about this version of Candace. I don't have a complaint at all. And y'all know I wanted Candace off the show. I'm like, look, get her out of here and put her mama on the show. I like Dot. Make Dot a housewife. Jeremy, what you think about this mess? Well, I know what. Y'all tell me what y'all think about Gizelle saying Sharice is the queen of Potomac.
Well, I've always been Team Candace because I've always seen, to me, this side of Candace that people are seeing now. I feel like I've always seen that, but I understand how the optics of everything can make her appear as if all she did was insult people. I mean, I don't feel like Wendy is like having an influence on her. I feel that like she's learned from getting burnt every season. I feel like you kind of learn through like, trial and error, like how you kind of improve upon yourself each season. Like you watch a season back and then you realize things that you don't like about yourself that you need to fix. I feel like each season she evolved a little bit more, and now we're seeing like you remember last season she was really calm for the first half, and then till she got into it.
I don't believe. I'm gonna say this. I didn't have a problem with her last season,
and that's what I'm saying. But like this season is like she's grown upon what she started out doing last season even more. So it's almost like she's learned how to calm herself, like because she would just jump so fast to anger. But I love Candace. I will always be Team Candace.
I'm sorry.
My only thing with that was I never felt like she insulted people all the time. I've heard people say that. That's not what I got from Candace back before. I never felt like all she just go around insulting people. No. When she tried to read, it was just like childish insults. It
wasn't for
wasn't
you.
No, she wasn't reading. She wasn't reading because I'm somebody I can read and roast, and she wasn't reading at all. It was like listening to my kid try to read somebody. It was like, ugh, somebody get this little girl out of here. Like, she was real annoying, but it wasn't that. Like, that was just that was like a fly in your ear. That wasn't my thing.
Yeah, actually,
it was some of the moves that she made that was just, it gave high school.
As far as like the reading thing goes, it kind of reminds me of a conversation that I had, with a friend that I like reunited with earlier last year. And we were talking, and like, how we can always be the victim of our own story, and we kind of fail to see that we're the villain in other people's, like, and stuff like that. And he had brought it to my attention that when I was younger, I would start stuff, with people, and I would try to read, but I was not able to do it that well. But as I've grown older, and now become more seasoned, and my intellect has grown as time has progressed, now I can verbally demolish. But back then, you have to grow, so I really love the growth that I see. I cannot tell y'all how much I love Candace. She's the epitome of growth. Like, I feel like I can't wait to see her next season. I feel like she's gonna grow even more. You know what I'm saying? And
to me, this season though, it's a little bit of annoying. And when people keep saying the growth part, because I really feel like she's not reacting because this is the only way for the majority of people to see the F-ish for what it is. Because last season, she was cool and that kind of stuff. She was friendly with, Mia, sticking up for me and that kind of stuff. Oh, and Mia came for her. She said her little piece.
Last season.
Yeah, and then Mia came for her. She said her piece, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, she's gone too far." I'm like, "Girl, you came to my place of me trying to do my dream and try to cause chaos and confusion between my mom, me, and my husband. And when I tried to talk to you about it, you want to act dumb and try to be like you're a boss CEO woman. And everyone acted a fool. She just said the worst thing in the world. So to me, this is not a growth. To me, this is more of a strategy of like, she wants me to say something, and once I say something, people are not going to remember that she started this mess with me. Instead, people are going to say I'm overreacting because now she's not doing anything. And I hear a lot of people saying, why won't she read Gizelle when she always reads people? Because once she starts doing it, all of a sudden now, you're like, she's gone too far.
Because it's like what I've noticed in media, even social media, right? If you're the black girl, the minute you say anything, you're going too far. The minute you disprove them or challenge them on their bull crap, you're going too far. Oh, here she go again. Here she go again. I don't like that crap. I didn't like it last year. I was very vocal about it. I ain't like it. I didn't see anything at all that Candace did wrong last season. Nothing.
I agree, and I've always look. I'm just gonna be honest. I've always loved Candace going off. I always loved her fiery. I love it, but I realize that she knows that the optics of everything, and we also have to think about it. Like, this also affects these people's mental health. Like, they're human just like all of us. So I guarantee that she does not want America attacking her all day, because they would get it's like they've gotten a little bit better, but in those past seasons they were vicious towards her. Like, it was going into her mentions is crazy. But I'm just saying that, in my opinion, I feel that she's learning to be more strategic about how she's going about things. But as far as like the whole Robin thing, her and Robin,
that pissed me off. I didn't like that.
I didn't like that. But as far as her and Giselle, I think she's allowing Giselle to drown herself in her own lies.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry. But we never saw strategy from Candace before. We can't sit here and pretend that Candace ever acted like she had a brain. She acted like a prepubescent girl who was actually developmentally delayed. It was a hot mess.
I won't go that far.
I would. It was annoying. Like, I would see this girl on my TV and want to throw a shoe at the TV. Like if she was a kid, I wouldn't have even babysat her. She was annoying and not too smart. And I'm seeing like a whole 180. I'm like, first of all, who's this chick? And I like her.
Because I feel like she's always been that chick, but I believe
she hasn't. She's
I'm
dumb.
I'm telling you
Candace
from
was the epitome of a dumb girl.
I'm just telling you
She
from
was
my
dumb.
optics. I'm telling you from my optics, Seanitra.
Yeah,
I
so I'm saying
understand.
I agree that you saw this, and I don't know whether she hid it up underneath the sole of her foot and she lifted it up one day and you saw it. But everything about that girl read dumb as hell.
I follow her on social media. I was always and then I watch her lives. I always saw this side of her. Like outside of the show, I was always seeing her act like this.
I don't know.
Wasn't like Go ahead.
It gave me teen girl. And if I'm gonna be honest, teen girls for me, it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50 because some of them are adorable and just wonderful and promising, and some of them are just, it's the truth. And some teen girls, while they're pretty, their attitudes are funky. They don't think well. They think they know more than they do. They always got their mouth open. It was just ugh.
And she was very young.
She came on that show. I'm like, she's loud. She's stupid. She married a clear bum with 3 children and 2 baby mamas who's as broke as Job's turkey.
Oh my
she
God.
Talking back to her mama. I wanted Doc to reach over there and slap her so many times I can't count it. Like this girl was the epitome of an idiot.
I wouldn't say idiot because to me,
I would.
Idiot. Oh. Let me say, I get it.
Yeah,
she acted the way that you.
Like idiot for her could mean something completely different from idiot.
Well,
us. She's a mother, so she has her own set of things. So I understand.
Yeah, and I was just going to explain. I understand like her acting in the sense of the way she acted in the show gave you idiot, but the way that she described how she wanted to use the show always let me knew that she was smart. Because she always talked about how if she was going to get on the show, she's going to use it to do X, Y, and Z. She said that from the beginning. She talked about how her and Chris talked about it. After 5 years, this is a 5-year plan. I need to be able to do this and that. These are my milestones. And to see that she's reached all those milestones, let me know that. Yeah. But at least behind the scenes, she was doing her smart things.
Yeah, it's good to set goals and all that stuff. And to me, that gives me no more than the little girl in high school who has good grades, but she's really dumb. Like you smart mouth, no charisma. You don't know how to finesse situations. Like she was just an idiot. And I didn't like her. I loved her mother, but I couldn't stand that girl. I couldn't stand her. Mm-hmm. There was nothing like that. When I say there were no redeeming qualities about that girl, I couldn't think of one redeeming quality. All I could say was she's a cute girl without painting her face like a squirrel. Until she started the squirrel makeup. That's all I could say was, she's pretty.
Seanitra,
like I used to tell my son, thank God you're pretty. And that's not a compliment. Thank God you're pretty.
You need help. I can't.
I'm just saying, like she really gave idiot. That's why I'm saying, she been talking to somebody, and every now and then you'll catch her and Wendy like cutting eyes at each other. It's like, this is a big sis, little sis situation going on. Somebody done say, girl, that ain't how you do it. Get them like this. Because Candace is now acting like an adult woman, scared the hell out of me.
I think she just might have been listening to a lot of our reviews.
Well, maybe that too. Maybe she heard a couple of us aunties talking.
But Candace is also, closer to 40. So I really do think that Candace has just been maturing over the past,
Wait a minute. Hold on, sugar. She close to 40 and was acting that stupid.
Well, I believe she like 30. I believe she like 30. I believe she's 36 to 37.
She just turned 35 to 36. Christ.
So you wait.
She got on when she was like 30.
Get on Google right now and tell me how old this girl is.
Can't.
Cause you're not about to tell me that she's at that big age and she just now growing up.
She just turned 36. She just turned 36.
So she was a jitterbug. She was a kid. Okay, got it.
Okay, I thought she was 37. My bad.
No, I'm like she got on here when she was like 30, 31. Like, and to
Yeah,
me,
when
I'm
she
like,
was a kid still. Right.
so
Okay,
and that's why. Okay, let me
Ooh.
explain. So that's why to me it didn't bother me because I'm just like, I'm not with this whole thing of like black girls need to grow up, all that stuff. Let her be a brat and let her be a spoiled princess and let her do her thing. She came on when she was 30, 31. Let her do all that. She don't
Like
have to
it's so,
struggle through
but my
life.
thing, I got that. But if you want to be a brat and act like you have 2 brain cells and the IQ of the room temperature, please stay off television. We don't want to see that.
Okay, I can get that for you. I can get that.
Like we were like in real life, kids will be kids. I like kids. Kids are great. You know, up until you about 30, 31, 32 to me, you still a baby. When I see you, I say, "Oh, look at the baby. Ain't she cute?" My daughter can tell you that. I'm like, "Oh, she's so precious. Look at her." But once you hitting 35, 36, 30, come on now.
Yeah.
It ain't cute no more.
And that's why I'm happy. I really do feel that I just love to see her personal and mental growth. Like it's really beautiful to watch. I really love seeing. That's what I feel like you come to a show to watch. You come to see people grow. And that's one thing I will definitely say we've seen from Karen. We've seen from Candace. We even seen it from Wendy in aspects, like
Oh,
depending on
Wendy
what
has
you.
grown. She's grown a lot.
Yeah,
I
but I'm
think
saying, you
Wendy.
know how
I
some
won't
people
even
feel
say
like,
Wendy grew.
I
Wendy
mean,
just stopped acting like an idiot.
yeah.
Yeah,
But she
I think
came
she's
more back
afraid
to
to
school.
show herself.
So like, yeah, so I feel like, but the only people that we have not seen grow are Gizelle and Robin and Ashley. They're still in the same predicament, in the same mindset that they were years ago.
Now let me tell you a secret. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
You can't grow nothing in graveyard dirt. What's up, Juan?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
I'm so glad to talk to you.
I know.
Okay, Juan, you got my undivided attention. Tell me everything you want me to know. I'm with it. Go.
I'm sitting there tripping. I'm up. It's late and I can't sleep. And I rolled up on this. I
Okay.
said, "Oh, I'm gonna get on tonight." But I'm there
Okay.
joining this conversation talking about Candace. I'm with you,
Yes.
Seanitra. I did not like the young chick. She was a brat, a spoiled brat, and it's just this season that I'm finally kind of starting to like her. She was
Yep.
everything you said she was. She's spoiled. She's a brat. She had this
She was loud, ignorant.
loud. And then I didn't like that whole Monique situation. You know, you getting up in
Yeah, I
people's
ain't like
face
that either.
and somebody come with it, and then you want to play the victim on that role. You know.
Yeah, we
So
got Post-its and Kleenexes.
yeah.
After somebody say, "Get your hand out my face." And okay, so Juan, you with me on this. Can you tell me, am I wrong for the fact that I said I would have told her to get her hand out my face only one time?
One time, that's it.
Only one time. And
We come
get
from that
this.
school. One time. I don't even know if I
Thank
could
you.
tell you
One
one
time.
time.
And Monique was still being bougie because she up there flipping weed. If I'd have told that little squirrel to get her hand out my face one time and she ain't move it, I'd have dropped. I promise you, I would have been dropping dummies in the top of her scalp. I wouldn't have pulled no wig. I'd have took her head clean off.
And I come from the school. I ain't even gonna warn you. You should just know not to put your hand in my face.
Bim, straight like that. But now we on TV. You know what I'm saying? It's the cameras and microphones just for the record, just so I can have it on record that I told you at least one time. I'd have said it one time. And when I tell you I'd have hit her snot box so hard, she wouldn't have never mouthed off at nobody else.
Right.
I promise you that.
I totally agree.
I'd have cleaned her whole clock out. And I don't even hit girls like that. But if I'd have told that little heifer to if I'd have told that little squirrel to get your paw out my face.
Yeah.
And she went to holler about what you gonna do. She wouldn't even made it to do one. She'd have said, "What you gonna?"
I'm telling you.
What you gonna? Girl, don't be talking like you about that life and you know you got Kleenexes and Post-its. You better hush and move.
Yeah. Yeah, she finally starting to grow on me a little bit, and probably only because I'm feeling I'm on her side because of Giselle and what she doing. So that's about the only reason. But
I mean, but not just that one. You got to give it to her. The girl is acting. She, in all honesty, and you know I wasn't no fan, but she's being more strategic. She's being more logical.
More mature.
She's not just being loud and ignorant anymore.
That's
She's
true.
even talking to her like she got some respect.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
Because
true.
her talking back at Dorothy and going to them people crying and stuff. My mom, I wanted to reach through that screen and just mollywop her 3 or 4 times.
Especially all the stuff her mama was doing for her. All the stuff her mama doing for her. You treating her like No, I got 3.
Oh
and
my
all
God.
3 of mine.
I wanted Dorothy to take off one of her shoes and just bam that little hooker in the head. I was so sick of her.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't stand her. Because Lord knows I'd do anything for my children, including catch a bullet. But you let one of them Negroes stand flat-footed in my face and mouth off and talk that.
You ask my oldest son, he'll tell you. He tried it once. He'll tell you.
Great God, child! I would have beat that heifer so good. Somebody would have had to rub me down from my neck to my ankles in icy hot. I promise you.
Yeah, because of disrespect. That's disrespect.
Oh yes, just pure trashy. And then, like I'm telling you, this season she is a 180.
Yeah, that's true. And she was. Somebody said it.
I don't even know what to blame it on.
Yeah, last year she was starting to turn a little bit, but this year completely.
Mm-hmm.
Completely.
Yeah, last year she did all right too. You know, she upset me last year. I didn't like how they was handling her, but she didn't upset me last year. Last year was the first season that she didn't get on my nerves.
Yeah, that's true.
That was her first time not getting on my nerves, because all before it was a couple seasons I didn't watch Potomac because she was on there. I was sick of that little girl.
Yeah, I know. That's how I felt.
I missed a couple of whole entire seasons. Like I didn't even watch them back because that's how bad she got on my nerves.
Yeah.
Like for real. Now, Juan, what you think about Gizelle saying Sharice is the queen?
No, we know that ain't true. I was reading y'all comments. Y'all was eating her alive, Sharice alive tonight. I don't know how nobody's the queen of nothing that can't consistently stay on the show. They've been on how many seasons now? 7.
And
7
I think
seasons.
she was there for 3 of them.
For 3 of them. So I don't know. Yeah, she might have cast the show or recommended some people or whatever, but she don't have it at all.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
She's not even useful to the show. All she's doing is giving them something to talk about. But it's boring. She's useless to the show. I hate to say that, but she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's not the queen of the show. She's not. I mean, it's an ensemble cast. It's an ensemble cast, of course. But I think because of Karen's age and because of her, she just got a little bit mature. She's the queen mother. She's the queen of the show. That's the bottom line. And it is that. Right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think it's more of a mother figure. And then she's the fan favorite. So that's just how sometimes it just happened like that. So, oh well.
So now, let me ask y'all this. This is for everybody. Do y'all think that Giselle is like envious of the fact that Karen kind of wears her age with grace and that little position, that little niche that she's carved out for herself, that is envy that makes her constantly talk about this lady's age? Because it's like, you keep mentioning her age like it's gonna make her not look like she look, or it's gonna make the people not like her, or it's gonna make her be less Karen. Hey, Millie Rock.
Or like y'all not in the same age range, like you're not like 6 years apart.
That's what I was gonna ask. How old is Giselle?
Giselle is 53.
She's 7 years younger than Karen. So Karen 59, Giselle is 52, and she looked like they graduated the same year.
Yeah.
To me personally, it's more of, to me, it shows how immature and what mindset Giselle has. Because to me, it feels like she's forever stuck in her 90s, 80s HBCU school days. Where to me, like I don't even think she would ever want to be a mother figure. I think she wants to be the head mean girl, which then makes her, want to diss Karen. And I think the only thing that she feels she can diss Karen on now is age, even though it really doesn't hold any weight because y'all are literally in the same age group. So I don't think that. I think it's more of her. Mm-hmm. I think it shows more of her mindset, because I don't even think Giselle would ever want to be looked at as a mother figure within that group, because she prefers to be the mean girl.
Yeah, she wants to try to act like I'm y'all's age and I'm just, you know what it gives? It gives that, how they had a playground and you had like the little kids playground and the big kids playground that had the bigger equipment. And you would always get that one big kid that was scared to get on the big equipment, so they would go to the little playground to try to bully the smaller children. That's what Gizelle gives.
She's in the AKA mode of always being the hazer. So she's a big sister that always bringing in the line, always hazing, probably always went back after she graduated.
Right. That's why you hear me calling her or saying she's trying to be big sister almighty. Because that's what she's trying to do. Like every year she act like she got a bunch of neophytes, honey. She just going
back trying to haze,
Gizelle, like, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, babe.
I was saying that, like, I think that Gizelle is somebody who represents a specific type of misery in her life. Like she hasn't accomplished anything. She hasn't done anything. She's not fashionable. She's not funny. She's not witty. You know, she's not that smart. She's not outgoing. She's not ambitious. She's not business savvy. She's just cute. And I don't even think she's that pretty, honestly. A lot of people gas it because of the green eyes. I don't think that Gizelle is that. I think Robin looked better than she do, honestly, and that's me personally.
Oh hell, Lil Robert.
Like
Jake from State Farm.
If you give Robin the right outfit and the right makeup, Robin is gonna eat Gizelle up. I don't maybe because I just have.
There's nothing you gonna put on the Shogun of Harlem to make her look less like a dude. That is a man, Damon. If we didn't know for a fact and we hadn't seen pregnancy pictures, I would argue you now and arm wrestle you that is a dude. That's a boy, Damon.
That's how I feel about Mia. I thought Mia was like.
I agree because that's a lot.
I thought Mia was seriously transgendered, but like
I thought so too because she kept saying the girl was transphobic and saying all this stuff. So I'm like, girl, if you trying to tell us you cozy, just say that. You know, we with you.
Wait, did you just say cozy? Did you just say cozy?
Yes,
cozy.
You are so. I cannot stand you, Seanitra. Like,
her McCoy be saying that. Her McCoy be saying that all the time.
She like for her to like do this, like she literally took Beyonce's transgender anthem song off her latest album.
But Jeremy,
but this is the thing, though. I just want to agree with Jeremy, and I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna give it to Kat. I agree with you. When Gizelle was young, Gizelle gave cute. And the only reason I could put her ahead of Robin is because she actually does look like a girl. Like, I don't have to figure out if she a girl. Like, she don't give me Jake from State Farm. None of that. You know what I'm saying? So I know you're a girl. You just a real tacky girl, and your shape ain't all like it should be. And, you know, you don't dress right, and you just can't get right. But she does look like a girl. I'm gonna give her that. Mika say she envious of anybody she can't look down at. Well, that's a lot of people. Go, Kat.
I was trying to add to Jeremy's point when he was saying kind of like he has nothing going on. I think back to the fact that, you know, sometimes they like, I feel like, Giselle got this, this job because of who her father is and who Jamal is and that kind of stuff. And I think she used to like even work in what is it called? The NAACP, whatever that is called. Yeah. But we don't really, as you said, there's no real ambitions. We don't really know what drives her. And I think comparison to Candace, in a sense that I remember listening to Candace talk before about how, like, I know it's her mom and her dad, and I think her stepdad, I don't remember about her stepmother, but I know at least 3 of them are doctors. And she said, going to school, which I also live not too far from where like Candace went to school. But she talked about how like math and science isn't her thing, and she always freaked out about how like she still wanted to uphold and like attain higher education for the fact that her parents were able to raise her a certain way, and that would be an access for her. So how she figure out her own path to do that. And you think about Gizelle, and like you hear her talk before about her dad and all this kind of stuff, and you kind of like you say, Jeremy, what has she done with it? Where has she gone?
Nothing. But y'all know something, like, listen, my daughter, your buddy Geneva, she calls that the rich kid syndrome. That's what she calls it. Not saying that you necessarily have to have money, but like rich kid, meaning that you
The
were
mindset.
afforded every opportunity and a certain mindset. You know, there's a certain amount of laziness and entitlement that goes with it. Like one of my dearest friends, she's gone on to glory, but she used to throw hissy fits about stupid stuff with her mama. Like, oh, you know, she went and bought herself a purse, but she didn't get me a purse, and I'm sick of her. And I'm sitting there like, girl, you sitting in the house that your mama gave you. Like our mothers didn't have a house to just give us. You know, none of our mothers just dashed us a house. And you sitting up here throwing a hissy fit with your mouth poked out about a purse. Like, are you kidding? Are you okay? And that's when she was explaining to me about the rich kid syndrome. And I think that Giselle had a little bit of rich kid syndrome. It's like your daddy was somebody. That's why I remember, if y'all remember the first season, she kept talking about, I have a pedigree.
Yes.
So it's like she really felt a whole lot about herself, and she lived in a certain amount of privilege and comfort because of that quote unquote pedigree and who her parents were mainly her father. And it was so easy for her. There was nothing to aspire to other than to be his kid. And she showed.
And they say she was horrible as a first lady.
I know. I heard that.
Yeah, some of the people I know that know Jamal and actually her too when they were together said she was awful. Like real like what she's showing on TV. She's about 10 times nicer on TV than she was in real life.
I mean, like, to be honest, I feel like that goes hand in hand. I don't think his pastoring is that great either. I feel like if you could turn the sermon into an IG caption to diss people, I don't really think that's a sermon. I don't believe.
Yeah, this is the same man that said he tried to talk the deacons into letting him sell reefer at the church house. So y'all can,
in Georgia.
That's definitely what it's worth.
Yeah, so like
that is an agent. I'm sorry, I don't normally say stuff like this because I fear God. If there's anybody I fear, it's him, and so I'm careful not to put my mouth on preachers because you can curse your whole life. Right. But this man here, I feel like I'm not going out on a limb to say that he's an agent of Satan. Who the hell is trying to talk the deacons and the trustee board into letting you sell reefer at the church? Who does that but somebody who worked for the devil?
Or somebody from who work with Tommy and Ghost from Power.
But he worked for the devil. Because we know you ain't no street dude, because we saw that video of how that street dude had you hemmed up talking about, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When did this happen?
I don't want my street no more. So you not street.
What video are you talking about?
You didn't see that video? Juan, have you seen that video?
I don't think so.
Let me see if I can find it. One of y'all in the chat find it and send it to me. He was up there in I want to say DC, or it was Maryland.
For like the Black Lives Matter movement or something.
No, it wasn't that. This was before that. And he was walking around up there, I guess wherever he used to have a church at or whatever, and the dude caught him on the street, cussed him out. Hey, Morgan's Music, embarrassed him, told him, I don't want to see you on my street no more. Called him every name but a child of God. Jamal sat there like a scared little boy. Let me see if I can find this darn video. I thought for sure all y'all had done seen it because it ain't new.
And unless y'all talking about dog food, I really don't know what pedigree Gizelle has. I really don't.
Well, she was talking about the fact that her father is well known.
Never heard of him.
And he was a civil rights leader. Like, that's her pedigree. She comes from that lineage. That's what a pedigree is. It's a lineage. I come from a pretty solid pedigree. Right, I'm just not ignorant enough to be running around. Well, my grandfather was this person and my grandmother was that. That's just stupid. I have an identity of my own and I'm building my own legacy. Thank you.
But like I said, she don't have nothing of her own.
Right.
No, just the show that she got the show.
The show ain't even her own.
Well, I say that because Bravo, she's the baby of Bravo of that show. She's the face of that show.
I think Karen's the face of it, but
I think Karen is for the fans.
But now I'm with you with that. Karen is the face of the show. She's the fan favorite, but
Right.
Giselle is production's favorite because she do all the nasty
She's
stuff
their
for them.
dirt. She's their producing queen. She produces all these lies
Right.
because every time you hear about the reason why Monique was upset was because they were producing the show trying to make up something on her husband. Last year,
Right, I remember that.
With
and
Wendy
look,
coming.
Candace went live and told it. She told
She told the
everything
truth.
about what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gave
So-
her credit for that. Bella Nacho. Hold on, baby. Let me address this. I don't care nothing about what happened in no industry. Okay. When it came to Megan, we were talking about what the doctor said, what was in the actual medical report. I don't care nothing about none of that. He's in jail, and I hope he go to prison for 22 years. Okay.
Is that how long the sentence is carrying? 22?
That's the max. I hope they max him out. It ain't got nothing to do with no lying celebrity, gaslighting and manipulating. We also heard that jail phone call. Ain't nobody gaslit nor manipulate him into doing that. Ain't nobody gaslight nor manipulate a gun into his hand. Nobody gaslit or manipulated him into going to social media telling lies and drawing attention to his own crime. Yeah, just like nobody gaslit him into attacking August Alsina. That man is an angry, dangerous leprechaun that needs to be deported back to either Canada or Ireland. Okay, we don't want him in America.
Yeah, and he attacked famous Dax too, and jumped him and ran down on him with a group of males and chased him down in a car. So that also happened.
He got anger issues and he got problems.
That's what happens when your arms is too short to reach your Peter Weed.
Peter Weed, go away.
I'm just saying, people come over. Don't listen. This is the wrong porch, baby. I don't know exactly which porch you thought you was on. This is the wrong porch. I don't cap for angry leprechauns. First of all, I don't trust them. I'm 5'10". If that boy attacked my ankles right now, it's gonna take me 5 minutes to get down there and get him off my foot. I got a bad back.
Shit, I think me and him are the same height.
That's what's wrong with him. He got Napoleon complex. He's short, and then he don't know how to fight.
But Napoleon was tall compared to him.
Oh wow! That's how tall is Tory Lanez in real life?
Tory Lanez is about 5'6".
No, he said he was 5'6". He a 5'6" lie. That boy 5'1" if he an inch.
Yeah, I was gonna say he is not 5'6".
He's so little. I could probably grab him and throw him up on my hip and walk around the grocery store.
Like wait.
And tell him now, don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing.
He can sit in the cart.
Yeah, put him in the front part of the cart.
In the front part of the cart.
Through the hole.
I don't think Tory Lanez is 5'3". I believe they said he was 5'7".
They said
you ain't right now.
That boy he 5'1" if he an inch. Nacho Twins mama say he 5'3". Maybe if he got lips on his shoes, maybe we could give him 5'3".
That's 5'2".
That's right. Andrew Mack say he the leader of the Lollipop Guild. That's right. Put some respect on his name. Ain't nobody got time for no little angry leprechauns. I'm already nervous around short people.
What we do to you?
Huh?
What do we do?
Listen, I'm nervous. Listen, short people be angry. Y'all be mean. And when they real little bitty like that, it would really take me too long to get down there. That boy be a bit of chunk out in front of my shin.
How tall are you, Seanitra? You give me a 5'10".
Yeah, I'm 5'10", but before my heels go on.
Okay, I see. That's what I'm
just trying to slide my heels on, go strutting somewhere. That angry chihuahua jump on my foot. Then what I'm gonna do?
You taller than me too, child. I'm only 5. I'm about 5'8", 5'9". So I ain't the tallest either.
Oh please, you're the average height of a man. You're fine.
But I'm not scared. I'm not. I wouldn't be nervous if I seen you coming. If I seen him coming, I would have a long stick and be like, "Look here, stay over there, stay over there. Don't come close."
That's because if you saw him, then that would have automatically meant that he broke out of prison, that he's going to be getting sentenced into on the 27th. So you know.
But I thought they
But
moved it to
I think they got
February.
an extension on that. They got an extension on that because they want to try to file an appeal and they're trying to get approval for an appeal. I hope the judge don't even approve the appeal.
I think that he gonna get about 5 years. He ain't gonna get 22.
I don't think he's gonna get 5 years.
He got 3 felony charges.
He definitely gonna get like 8 or 10.
And a record, and a previous record, and issues that he was having while the trial was about to happen.
He had a previous record. You a felon. You wasn't even supposed to have no firearm. Not only did you have it, you fired it. Somebody got.
See, I ain't really followed this. Like,
Mr. One, he had.
Then how did where did you get the number 5 from?
Because he was just saying, like, you know, because he's a celebrity. Maybe they'll cut him some slack.
I was like. No, I was like, I keep on hearing that number 5. I was like, why is everybody keep on saying 5 years?
Because usually that's what they do to celebrities. You know, they don't give them no long
give them
time.
5, let them slide.
Oh. Yeah, 5. That's why I said that. Yeah.
But see, like, what about celebrities who shoot people?
Shoot,
now that'd be different.
They didn't give C. They didn't give C.
What's
murder
the man
5?
named Robert Blake? Wasn't the man named Robert Blake that killed his wife? They hid him.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying. Like it just depends.
Yeah.
It depends. And then he in California, the most anti-firearm state in America, and you are felon with a firearm and you fired it. And this is the thing. The baby said
orders and everything.
Right, but this is the thing. The baby said it in the chat. If he had been smart, he would have said, "Oh my God, I have an alcohol problem. Let me check myself into rehab." He might have actually got some sympathy with them, you know, with the weak foolishness they do in California. He might have got some sympathy, but instead he focused on this girl's pocketbook.
Yeah.
What her privates had to do.
They even offered him a 2-year plea deal. He's definitely not getting anything below 5.
Yeah, when they offered him the 2, he should have took you.
They offered him. See, I ain't been following this. They offered him a plea deal.
They offered him 2. And you knew the possible max was 22, and you didn't take the 2.
You're an idiot.
That's what I'm saying. They probably gonna max him out. I pray they max him out. I hope they don't give him no sympathy. Matter of fact, every time while he in there, I pray that the COs write him up for everything he do until he get an outside charge. Add some more time on it.
What I don't understand is the pro Tory Lanez. I don't understand. Everybody like the fact that he shot Meg Thee Stallion. I don't.
Yes, that's exactly it. Because
these men
hate women.
I'm gonna tell you what it was, Juan. And what it is, because you got some of them, even with the evidence, they still. You see, one of them came in my chat saying goofy stuff. Oh, don't believe the celebrities. Child, I ain't got to believe the celebrities. I can read and I can see. But anywho, the issue with these people is that they believe Black women are acceptable targets. So anything you do to a Black woman, somehow it is acceptable. There's a way to explain it away. There's an excuse for it. And because they will accept any excuse for somebody abusing, hurting, harming, or even killing a Black woman, that they feel like you should too. And nobody should enforce the law, because after all, the only person that got hurt was a Black woman. And after all, we don't like her no way, because she Black and she actually looked Black and she's successful and got money.
And she angry.
Yeah, you're an angry Black woman. And on her end, not even just angry, we're gonna bring your sexual conquest into question, because of course we got to control Black women's sexuality. How dare you take control over your own body and your own, and have agency over your own sexuality. If we can call you a whore, then definitely he should get away with not, with doing that. I mean, he could have killed you. You're just a whore.
But what was the point of him shooting her? What happened? This story.
Look, at the end of the day, they done told 17, 5th, 11.
Yeah, I heard like 5 of them 17.
To the fact that this what I got out of it. They was drunk, they was arguing, they got mad, and Yosemite Sam jumped out the car and said rootin' tootin' raggle fracking and went to shooting.
I am so over you, Seanitra.
Got it.
But I love you.
It's crazy. I understood that right on.
Yeah, because it makes sense, right? Y'all drunk. Yep. They don't know what all they say.
They don't know what's happening. Yeah.
You up there drunk as Cooter Brown, and you expect me to sit up and listen to y'all try to reconstruct a drunk people conversation. None of y'all remember what you said.
No.
And furthermore, it don't matter what she said. unless you were so drunk that you hallucinated a pistol inside her mouth pointing at you, nothing else would ever justify you jumping out the car doing your Yosemite Sam routine. Nothing.
I'm so happy that she got justice. It really does make me happy. Like I exhaled a sigh of relief.
Yeah, that's you need to, but I doubt. I'm telling you, I don't know if he's gonna spend all that time. I don't know what they're gonna do, but
I hope they max. Because you listen, Juan, when the DA offer you a deal and you don't take it, they normally max you out. I'm just gonna tell you that.
That's true.
They normally max you out because you done sat there, you took up the court's time. He filed for all them continuances. Like he been filing continuances until they just finally made him go to court, I believe.
Because it's been going on about 2 years now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he the one keep filing continuances. I'm telling you the truth. He better be glad that he's not gonna land in prison, or he better hope he don't land in prison with somebody like me. Because if that little boy had landed in my prison, I would have wrote him up every day. I'd have found a reason to write him up. I wouldn't even gave him a CC. Everything would have been a DR. Every day, DR, cuff up inmate. Every time I seen him in General Pop, I'd have sent him back to confinement. I swear I would.
Yeah, I'd
have been calling come get him, cuff up.
He played too many games, and I feel like I said he played too many games, and he didn't think about the fact that like if he goes to trial and he gets found guilty, they get to write up a character statement about why he should get the max sentence. And you, while you're going through this trial, you went against a protective order. You were still talking about her on the internet when the judge told you not to. You showed up at a concert when you weren't supposed to be near her. You had the August Alsina issue. Yeah, you had a previous gun charge. Like, he has too many things where that's why I can't say 5 years. You didn't do the plea deal. Like, there's literally there are at least 4 different issues that he has.
Not only that, the judge had to gag him because he kept going on social media trying to bully the victim.
So that's why I don't think it's gonna be 5 years.
And then you got his daddy, the pot belly pop locker, running around talking about we done forgave her. How the hell you forgive somebody that your son shot?
Yeah,
that show you.
Don't get me started.
You for catching bullets. Like, what is we forgiving?
That show you the problem. What's wrong with Tory right there?
Yes.
That's all that.
When that came out, I was like, "This is insane. This is the demonic spirit in the community, because this is insane that you would come out here and prostrate yourself like this for your child who's in jail for shooting someone, and there are images of the bullet fragments in her foot and all kinds of stuff. And you gonna talk about you forgive her?"
And it's so many different points of that video that was so questionable and problematic. The first thing is that he never once stated the crime that he was falsely accused of. He won't say shot. He won't say, because he knows the severity of it. Nor did he ever say Kelsey deserves to go to prison.
No, because he know that girl ain't do nothing. But be stupid. Stupid ain't a crime.
And he says so. He says he forgives. He says he forgives Megan. He says that he never said Kelsey should go to prison. And what then? I'm saying that only leaves Tory. So I'm saying, what are we talking about? So it's really disgusting at this point. He sat there and lied, talking about his son is like a child of God. I was like, your son's latest album on Casa Freak, HOES. He's talking about, busting in each other's faces and all of this other stuff. So what are you talking about? Like, he's not saved. He's not kind. He's not gentle. Like, you're just making stuff up.
Didn't y'all tell me that he the one started that demon time stuff?
Yes. Was on Instagram having the girls showing the tatas and the poom poom and talking about time.
And let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something else. If y'all go to that video that they recorded of him when he was jumping August Alsina, he had on a hat with devil horns.
Yep, sure did. But his dad is doing what a lot of people do, on our sides of town. Like, after their sons get killed for gang activity, my son ain't never hurt nobody. He like, baby, you can't lie him into heaven, and for Tory's daddy, you cannot lie him out of prison.
Nope.
My question is, so even if he gets a new trial, won't they be even more prepared this time? The prosecution?
But
Well, he's not trying to get a new trial. He just wants an appeal.
No,
That's
yeah,
he
simple.
no like so he's also filing an appeal, but what I read is that they had to halt, well, they pushed back the sentencing so they could file a new motion for a new trial.
That's an appeal. That's not a new trial. Because in order to get a new trial, there would have to be a mistrial declared.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get
if he wins an appeal,
so
then he'll get
they filed to get the sentencing to postpone the sentencing because they're trying to get approved for an appeal. Because you can't just appeal because you want to.
Right.
An appeal has to be on the grounds of something.
Oh,
So
and it can't be on the ground of fact. Because the fact is for the jury. It has to be on the ground of law.
Based on it has to be legally sound. So it has to be based on law. It can't
Something
just
that
be
they didn't do, something that was
right,
evidence
something that was done inappropriately, something that was not done, it should have been
omitted
done.
evidence, any of that.
Right.
Evidence
Something
a little
is based on
questionable.
the process. Something is based on the process of law. Either you need to say you had incompetent counsel or there was prosecutorial misconduct. There was something. And legit, I don't know what the hell they come up with, but God bless you. You might. Maybe you could say there was new evidence, or there was evidence that wasn't submitted, or whatever he can pull out of his arse crack.
And but usually evidence is not a good base for an appeal. So especially I don't know. It's just
it is a good basis for an appeal if you can say that the prosecution had evidence and you have proof that they had evidence in their possession. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can't just say, well, there's some other stuff and my lawyer didn't say it without, at that point, then you got to say that your lawyer behaved inappropriately or that you had inadequate counsel. And then you got to try to go that route. But whatever they pull out of their backsides, ain't no new trial made. Yeah, out of their backsides, have fun with that. And see if a judge will approve it.
Right.
Because appeal, you can't just get one. You have to request one. So that's what they want to do. And even if they grant him an appeal, he can sit in prison while he waiting on his appeal date. People do it all the time. And they're not playing with him because as soon as they said guilty, they took him to jail right from court. And
so they didn't give him. They didn't even give him bail then.
No, they didn't let him go home and get his affairs in order. None of that. I guess they say, look, you kept getting extensions for about 2 years straight. You done been home all this time. Your affairs should already be in order. As soon as them people say guilty, as soon as them people say guilty, baby. They say you and this Easter suit is going to jail right now.
Sad shame.
Mika say for the appellate court to overturn a legal mistake had to be made in the trial, which is very unlikely. Right. They got to find something.
Yes. Seanitra, I want to thank you for allowing me up tonight. I really appreciate you allowing me to speak on your platform. I appreciate it.
What you mean allowed? You can come up here anytime you get ready. You just don't be having time for the old lady. It's cool.
I love you, Seanitra.
I love you too, Bookie.
All right.
L.O.L said, you got to go?
Have a nice night, Jeremy.
Night, boo. L.O.L said, and after all those continuances, him not taking the plea deal and the fact that it was a jury trial, hell no, the judge gonna laugh. Probably so. He brought this on himself. One of my somebody I was in a long-term situation with. Well, it was common law, that type thing. So his nephew, we shared nephews and nieces during that time. So his nephew was my nephew. Anyway, he pulled that crap in the state of Florida. Like, did not take the plea deal, and they maxed him out.
Wow.
Maxed him out. 20 years to the door.
Oh.
And all he was the getaway driver. This fool here actually had the firearm in his hand.
Dang.
So you let that sink in. And that was one charge, not 3.
Dang. So he thought he was that he was gonna get off or something?
He thought he could get less than what they was offering. They was offering him 5.
No.
And he didn't want to take the 5, and I'm gonna go to trial, blase squaze. Child, please.
Man, you're a black man. You ain't.
And he did them 20 to the door.
Yeah, man. Dog.
And then it's like while he was in there, the state of Florida changed the way they do game time. Game time is like they used to give you 20 days for every 30 you did. Like 20 days off your sentence for every 30 days you did. And they changed it, so I don't think it's 20 for 30 no more.
Dang.
And then if you get in trouble, they take all your game time back. That's why I said if I'm talking about Corey, if Lil Daystar had landed in my prison, I'd have made sure he didn't get no game time. No.
Write up every day?
I'd have wrote him up every day. No CCs, straight DRs, because the CC is the small write up. Like enough of them add up, it can turn into a DR. I would just write them DRs all day. Every time I seen him, I would tell him something to do and be praying he disobeyed me, even a little bit.
He'd hate to see you coming.
He sure would. He wouldn't get no game time fooling with me. He would be in confinement so much as people would never see him on visitation days and nothing else. I pray it's a lady just like me in the prison waiting on him.
And not a fan. Hopefully they're not a fan, because sometimes.
But one thing about them prisons, baby, it's always old Nurse Ratchet.
Oh, yeah. Somebody in there waiting. Just because you think you're a celebrity, they waiting on you.
Oh, yes.
And they gonna get him.
Yeah, they gonna get him. I ain't even want to get back into that conversation. Some weirdo pop in my chat like this is one of those.
Yeah, I was like, how we get on Tory Lanez? That was crazy.
Yeah, we talking about Potomac now.
I'm so behind with everyone here.
Mac funny. Oh Lord, Mac said you don't like that little. I don't like him at all, Mac. And Lita say, right, we might be fruitful in California, but once you found guilty by a jury, it's hard to reverse that verdict. I know that's right. You need DNA evidence and all type of stuff to get you out of that. Good stuff. But back to this mess with these women at Potomac. Juan, what do you make of them trying so hard to get Sharice back on this show?
I really think that I don't know what it is. I think that they just don't like Karen. They don't like Wendy. They don't like Candace. So they need and then they know Mia is disposable. So I don't even think she's gonna make another season. So they're trying to
go ahead and get out of there.
Yeah, I don't think Mia is well. I don't even want to say she's good TV. She's all over the place, and she's not really a good fit. Yeah, she's not a good fit to me. And I think they need an ally, somebody, because they realize if they have nobody to film with, then they don't have no show. So they're just trying to get her back on, so they at least have somebody to film with.
What's funny is Sharice anybody to film with though?
No,
she
that's
don't
what I'm
move.
saying.
Sharice look like a piece of furniture. She just there. Every time you see Big Reese ain't moving.
No, and it's just kind of blah too. She don't really have a personality. It's just kind of like blah. So yeah. So I just think they're just trying to get under Karen's skin for one. And but Gizelle is such a hypocrite because she want to know so bad why Karen don't want to talk to Sharice, but she won't explain why she won't talk to Wendy. So here's
the thing. One, do you really believe she want to know? She know because Karen made it clear. I don't deal with you. You did what you did. We done, and they covered that years back. And she ain't talked to her since. And she made it clear we ain't spoken years. I think what Giselle is doing with that, I want to know. what she's doing is she's desperate to start dialogue and an argument between those two women.
That's what she
and
wants.
The fact that Karen refused to give dialogue or argument is what's pissing her off.
Yeah, that's right.
Because she ain't really asking what she really want to know. I just need y'all talking about it so you can argue. That's what it's giving me. But she's definitely a hypocrite. Her and Big Robert, little Robert, sitting over there talking about, everybody is held accountable for their actions and what happened last night. Those were two full-grown women arguing. Ain't nobody touched nobody, stole a drink, a pocketbook, a cell phone, and nothing. And you talking about accountability. Where were your accountability when Mia was throwing drinks, cell phones, and pocketbooks? Why was there no accountability then?
Yeah, it's never accountability with somebody that they don't like. It's
right.
Never none. They always on the wrong side, if you ask me. Always. And Robin, I know she's not talking because she was so mad at Ashley, Monique, and whomever else when they started questioning Juan. They start questioning him. And anytime they question anything about him, you don't talk about none of them like anybody talking about their husband. So which is cool. I understand that, but they all do it. So Karen,
but when it comes to
y'all know what you're talking about. Period.
Yeah, she don't want nobody to point out the fact that Juan don't want her because she know her and that man just got an arrangement. She know that man don't even stay there. He come visit you in the kitchen of your house, and this was the first time. Last week was the first time we seen him in the front room, and he still didn't sit nowhere near her.
No, and he got a scandal going on. You know that, right?
Yeah, I just to me that's not his scandal.
No, and it's not his scandal. Yeah,
right.
His scandal.
One of them coaches is in a scandal with a little boy. One of them's children that was at the school.
Yeah.
And the young man is saying he told Juan and Juan ain't do nothing. I don't know if he told Juan yet.
Yeah, you never know that.
Like I don't go with nothing till I see some paperwork and ain't nobody producing nothing.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I don't run with that either. But I know that they're kind of quiet about it because I know he don't want that, and I understand that. That's a hard situation. You don't know. So yeah, I get it.
So we don't know all the facts, and then that didn't even happen until after the season had already finished filming. So when that happened, they weren't still filming. Watching it in real time, but this season was already closed when that came out. You know what I'm saying?
Was just a couple of about a month and a half ago.
Right.
That came out.
Right.
Yeah.
So they were already through with filming. And then two, what the hell can Robin tell us about that? He don't even live with her. How the hell she gonna know what happened in his job?
She don't know what's going on. Right. Exactly.
Ain't no pillow talking. That man came nowhere near her or her pillows.
Yeah, but I think Karen gonna get her though. I was looking at a preview.
Ooh,
and she
I can't wait for that part.
Yeah, when she started talking about it, that she done pissed Karen all the way off. Karen went there with her on the preview. So sometimes they cut them previews up to make you think something else happened, but I think she really did get it though. She gonna get it.
Well, I don't know if you saw that mid-season trailer. Kai, I know you saw it. Where Karen was sitting there telling Ashley, "Oh, I seen one girlfriend. She looked like me."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that ain't happened yet either, dog.
No,
it's gonna happen because it's in Mexico. Because Ashley has some terrible braids in her hair in that scene.
Yep. You right, Kai. You right. That's what I'm waiting on.
Oh,
what's say, Kai?
I feel like, and I feel like I said this before on this channel. I feel like Potomac is hitting a wall it should not be hitting at season 7. The fact that we don't have an after show, and this show has had an after show since season 4. Like, we are protecting and trying to cover and try to hide people. Why don't we have an after show? Like, what's going on there?
They haven't had one this whole season?
This whole season. And Potomac has had an after show since season 4. Beverly Hills had after shows during COVID. The women were doing them from their homes and their own webcams. So what's going on with Potomac? And it's because Ashley and Giselle is pulling this mess.
Yeah, they need an after show, especially after Ashley brought a team of wild orangutans to tell lies on people's husbands.
Yeah. But instead we're doing these little interviews.
Juan laughing, but Juan, I'm serious.
Oh, you called them
Listen,
orangutan. Now, it wasn't nobody orangutan, but the one that was talking.
no, that's not the only one. It's another.
No,
It's
that had a
another one.
hard
Well, the
face.
dark skin one would look good to me, but the other,
The
yeah, it
dark
was.
skin one looked decent, but she wasn't talking.
Yeah, she wasn't
Yes,
talking right. It was.
She
very
was quiet.
silent.
You
It
notice how
was.
that worked? It depends on your ugly number. The ones with
Yeah.
them
Do
real high
not bring up
ugly
these ugly
numbers.
numbers again. I can't. No.
Ugly numbers are real. And see, just like you have to date according to your ugly number, if you gonna accuse a man of trying to holler at you, please check your ugly number against theirs.
I know, because
You
like
know,
we know men cheat with
Chris is
ugly,
real,
but it's about the
real.
believing.
Like Chris is extremely unattractive and dirty looking. I swear he looked dingy and frowsy. But he about a good 7 on the ugly. Deborah is a 10.5. You knew goddamn well that lie wasn't gonna fly, especially in his wife looked decent.
Right.
You get a 7 who got a wife that's actually not even on the ugly scale, and he know he done hit the whole jackpot. This girl looked too good. She shouldn't have never even spoke to him. He broke, he dirty, he got baby mamas. Like, he's just the trashiest of all the trash. And he actually landed a nice looking girl with an education and going somewhere and on TV. Why the hell would he go and try and jeopardize that for somebody who's a 10.5 on the ugly scale that wear button-up shirts everywhere? Like, who does that?
I think that Ashley
It's not
said
believable.
they probably all sat in a circle, was talking, and she was like, and this is a way to come on the show. You're not going to talk. It seemed so coerced the week before last, when Ashley was like, "You're not going to sit and talk to my friend." I thought that
And
was
that little
something.
voice she does when she's trying to act all innocent and trying to rile
Yeah,
Candace
you're
up,
not
trying
going
to
to
get the
sit and
black girls
talk
to
to
act
Wait,
me.
you're
cool.
dismissing my friend?
Yeah, come on.
You know, like you did Jacqueline, and Jacqueline sitting over there like, don't put me in it. She actually talking to me again. Don't put me in this.
Yeah, that's stupid. It was that was stupid, but
And it's so bad because, okay, we have the friend's ugly number, as Seanitra will say. But then it's Ashley. Ashley, ho, you have the husband who is the face of SA on this show. Don't come to me about nothing.
right.
But that's why
Ashley,
she doing it, because her husband is the face of depravity, cheap, and tawdriness.
and she needs
So
somebody
she,
else to join that club.
right, she want to rub some of that stink on Candace. Because she running around, she already looked like a lot lizard. And then you with this dirty, creepy old clear dude, Montgomery Burns. So yeah, it's like, okay, I know I'm a laughing stock. I have made myself the nastiest, stankiest laughing stock ever just by being with this dirty little Australian. So then she's like, okay, let me rub some stank on you because you've been enjoying yourself laughing at me. So let me try to make you think that the dusty clear dude that you with is just as grimy as Montgomery Burns. And no.
And then last year they tried to put it on Eddie. They tried the Eddie stuff.
Yeah. But you know, what a name. Debo tried to lie on Eddie this time. I'm like, happy Eddie. And you know, he was smiling a lot. He was smiling. But you know what though? I'm gonna say this on in Deborah's offense, in her, not offense, Lord, she's offensive enough. In her defense, okay, it's possible, or should I say, is it possible? I'm gonna ask y'all: is it possible that Deborah is so used to men frowning up their face when they see her, and when Eddie smiles, you know how when you see something ain't right, she be like, ooh. And maybe because Eddie actually was able to smile, she was like, yep, there you go.
But same with Chris, because it's same thing with Chris, because when she looked up with him and said hello, he said, oh, hi. You know, nothing. He wasn't giving her nothing but a little, you know, just
barely spoke to her.
Yeah, but gave her
production played the playback. He wasn't even looking at her. He was up there mashing on his phone.
Yeah, and then, but when she spoke, he was like, oh, yeah, hi. And he smiled at her. I guess because she gave her a little smile. She thought he was trying to talk to her. You on to something. You are on to something.
Yeah, what you say, Kat?
She has a husband, so she was in the dating pool. Somebody had to smile at her. The husband had to smile at her at least to get a ring.
Well, girl, have you seen her husband? Because I did.
Oh, I didn't really. I only go.
Mm.
I can't be bothered
I
because
went,
she gives me real lame and cringy, so I can't go on my Instagram page.
her husband is giving me like it's possible that he likes rainbows. That's all I'm saying.
Ah,
He may be somebody's beard. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
okay.
Oh,
That man, like he looks real. How do I want to put it? He looks
delicate.
real sassy. He looks real sassy.
Be like Porch, delicate. He look delicate.
Just, it real just sassy and just sassy, just spicy.
Mm.
Ooh,
It's a mess. It's a mess.
listen.
Yeah, but I guess it's going through a whole because like now we got them every other week running to the Today Show or whoever else doing some weird interview, and Giselle keeps talking about Candace has to go. I'm like, she is not talking about this. People are interviewing her, and she's talking about her show, the Netflix, the music, the school, maybe a sprinkle of colorism on the show. But the only interview I've seen where Candace has really gone in on her is that one interview with Carlos King that happened way earlier, that he just released the video recently. But other than that, I haven't seen her talk about it. And then the fact is that like they're not really talking about it on after show on Bravo. So I'm really looking at this reunion with a real hard side eye because I feel like they are going above and beyond. I don't know, to like try to rectify this, or maybe they're trying to make sure that people don't talk too much before the reunion because of how serious. I don't know. But it's just like it's season 7. We should not be doing this. We should not be having a Mia on the show pulling all this shenanigans. Because to me, I believe the rumor that she was going to be let go until this whole cancer thing happened, and now the cancer thing is gone. She brought on this friend, and now they're playing their foolishness on the show. Like,
Right.
They haven't had the reunion yet, have they? They haven't filmed it.
No.
He just started asking about questions.
They haven't filmed it yet, and I'm waiting
2 or 3
for it.
weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
They need
Candace,
to because I'm ready.
Candace gonna eat that girl up. Giselle
Yeah,
up.
and she should.
Yeah.
It just has the nerve to say,
should.
I'm going to let loose at the reunion. When have you ever done that?
She really
This
thinks she don't. Giselle don't do a good job of reading the room. She really don't.
She don't.
She don't do a good job of
don't.
that. Because this storyline, it has not been the popular one. She's got a lot of people a bad side for this, but she fine with that. She like being a villain. So
but right now she just flopping.
Yeah, they're not liking her at all.
Like it's a heavy flop, heavy on the flop right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deborah's husband, Andrew Mack. Hey DS. That husband real, he's sassy. That's all I'm gonna say. The sassy was coming off the picture. It was. I ain't lying one. That man had something going on with him.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm telling you. So that's why I'm like, Now, my husband named Chris. Yeah, that all may be true. But tell us more about your husband.
He could have got him a better beard. I can tell you that.
I mean, long as she got the plumbing and the equipment, I guess that was enough for him now. That was enough.
Like, jeez.
It wasn't no more lies. We just talking about the lies that she already told. And I'm confused at the fact that why are you that comfortable lying when you know it's cameras watching?
Because like you said, she's delusional. She really believe. I think she really believed. Now that you say it, everybody used to frown at her, and she sees somebody smiling at her. She thinking, "Oh, they like me. They really like me."
And it's so bad. It's the point. It's to the extent that Miss Thing like literally deleted comments and turned off comments on her page and all type of stuff because people were roasting her alive.
They were eating her alive. They were eating her alive.
Huh?
They were eating her alive.
Who is who, baby?
I said she was pulling Amia.
Yeah, she pulled Amia, but it was so bad. This girl had like 1,000 comments on something, and she had to delete everything, but like 10
20
comments.
Or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Like she been roasted alive. Like
and then standing on the lie instead of just saying, I had a I made a mistake. Blah blah blah. I apologize, Chris. Blah blah blah. She gonna double down on it.
Yes, I will be vindicated or some kind of crazy stuff she gonna put up. Oh, what is this?
Okay. That's like, I'm gonna crop these children at this picture because you got to see this man.
Yeah, I feel like every time I see someone talk about her, because I know about like the comments on her and stuff, I feel like I've never really seen a good photo of the husband.
You ain't never seen no picture of him?
I feel like I haven't seen a good one. I feel like it's usually been it's because I was trying to watch videos while I was in Jamaica and I didn't have good service. So it was pixelated, so I haven't seen a good photo of him yet.
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna show you one. So I thought I just seen Ashley in the casino, but I counted 21 braids. Yeah, that wasn't her because she ain't got but 17 braids.
And they should never be in her head again.
Them braids is social distancing, girl. They want to make sure they don't catch the Carnival 19.
They're trying to run.
I don't understand why her head is so small.
But the hairline is so far back from side to side.
But it's not the hairline. And once I saw the braids and looked at them real good, the hairline is not even her problem. Like, y'all going in on this girl calm hairline like she got hair on the rest of her head. Her entire head is giving me Smeagol. It's the Precious. I'm just saying, the Precious. It's the Precious.
But
that girl got a whole 17 braids.
She don't know how to do it. Well, she should never do it. But I just find it interesting. I was doing my little listening, whatever. Because, the housewives used to do their blogs. And then do them more because they started doing the after shows. And, Twitter became more popular. And apparently, in one of her earlier blogs in the first season, when Gizelle talked about her hair, she wrote a blog post about how she was really upset about that because she was wearing her hair straight for a very long time. And she just started wearing it curly the way she does now. And she was so insecure about if Michael would like it because that's how Michael met her. So now she's trying to get back to her roots or something.
Michael met you with the Smeagol, just thin, and he could just read your thoughts all day. That's how.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my,
it's crazy. Really.
Exactly.
That's creepy. Yeah. That's all I can say. She need curly hair because as long as it's puffed out, you can't see how thin it was. When she got them braids and I really paid attention, honestly, I was surprised at how thin that child's hair is.
Very thin.
That was scary. But we about to look at this picture.
Are they about to pop off her head? Because they can't handle all of that.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I'm gonna let y'all see this man. As soon as this thing pop up.
Oh.
Can y'all see him?
No. Oh. Oh yeah. Okay. I see exactly what you mean.
Right.
No comment.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to say too much because he didn't lie on nobody. She did. So,
matter of fact, he looked like somebody went to college with.
I'm just saying. That's Deborah's husband, Miss Williams' husband. That's Mr. Williams. Yeah. Ain't that nothing? My husband named Chris. Well, all right, Chris Williams. Lord, Miss Jersey Girl says she is a beard. Okay. That's what it's given. You know, I ain't want to say too much. That's his business, but that's what it's given. Right. Right, Mika. Oh my. Oh my. See, I could see the broke rib. I saw it too. I saw it. And the way he's standing like he the children mama. You know how mamas have to lean back on their hip a little bit. I ain't seen too many men hold babies like that. I was like, all right, now I cropped the babies out. The little babies is innocent. Ooh, I'm just glad I'm not the only one seen it. You talking about your husband, girl? Deborah want attention real bad, and she want to be desirable.
Maybe touch starved.
Huh?
I said she may be touch starved.
Yeah. Yep, she might be. That might be what it is, and she really want to believe that, you know, somehow, some way, that one of these men is attracted to her. They want me. Did y'all see that short I put up earlier?
No.
About what?
I'm finna be silly. Hold on. I was so listen, y'all. I had to share this thing because it was so silly. I couldn't take it. It's not even my fault. It's not. I promise it's not my fault. And I would say I didn't mean it, but I did. But dang nabbit, well on. Okay. Y'all gotta see this. Because if you didn't see it, y'all gotta get your laugh on. It is mandatory. Okay. This is what Ashley doing. Y'all got to see this.
Oh, do I know what it is now that you said that?
I don't know. Whew. Are you ready?
Ordered a coffee this morning, and the barista was like, "Cream? Cream?" I feel like everyone's staring at me. In here. Movie with my mom. And the guy in front of me held the door for me to go into the theater. I was like, okay. I was trying to merge lanes on the highway, and the person just lets me in. And is like, come on. Getting in line for the bathroom. There's one bathroom. And this guy behind me was like, "Hey, did you try knocking to make sure someone's in there?" And I was like, "Oh my god. Come on, be stronger."
I'm sorry, but like that's Deborah to me. Like it don't matter what somebody said. Like Eddie smiled at me like, "Oh my god, you just keep coming on to me." Oh my god. And Chris was like, the way he was typing on his phone, and he looked up when I said, "Hello, I like your pink." And when he looked at me, like I saw it in his eyes. He wanted me. It's like, oh my god.
I walked over there. The elbow was already on the bar. For some reason, somehow, some way, his elbow just kept creeping towards me.
That was the weirdest thing.
Oh,
his elbow got closer.
And he really wasn't paying no attention.
She said his elbow was getting.
I don't think, Tessa, he was already on his elbow before you got over there.
He was trying to be polite. So he said, "I like your pink." Yes, the man was all the way away from you, talking about, "Hey, I like your pink." Why did you holler down there at that man? What's wrong with you?
Because he was not close, right? Exactly.
Weirdo. Nowhere near her. And after he said hello, then production clearly shows her approaching this man. Like you tried to get his attention to tell him about his pink suit. Which that's such a weird thing to say. I like your pink. Really? What does that even mean?
I mean, I can get like well, she didn't say I like your shade of pink. I don't know. I can't make sense of this foolishness.
Like that man, you didn't know him from a can of paint. Why were you hollering at him talking about you like his pink?
Because she knew he was mic'd.
Why?
She knew he was mic'd and he was part of the show, and she wanted to be on it, hoping that it got part, hoping that she would be seen on TV.
Oh yes.
I mean, but you was
Football
over there
head
with
put up
your
her
big
dumb friend to
red
do this.
friend. Huh?
I said football head put up her dumb friend to do this because even later on when they showed the overhead shot of it, it's weird also seeing all of them. There's all this space at the bar, and somehow, someway, they all gather around her and closer to Chris. Ashley set this whole thing up, and she put up her dumbest friend to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, like try to get close to him. Try to get him to speak to you. But Ashley set that girl up. I still feel that way.
Yeah. We've been saying it since it's happened, Seanitra. We've been saying it since it happened.
Yeah, Ashley set that girl up, and Ashley know her friend is visually challenged. She know that.
Mm-hmm.
She knew people were going to roast that girl alive,
and they did exactly that too. Ooh. Show her no mercy.
No mercy. This girl got everybody's face, and you sent her out there like cannon fodder. That's all I can say, Juan. She looked like everybody, like literally everybody that, you know how people say, oh, somebody looks like this, or they look, everything that people have said, I can't do nothing but agree. She looked like everybody. I'm gonna tell you when I figured it out, Juan. I figured it out when somebody said she looked like David Allen Greer, and I was like, dang, she do.
She do look like David Allen Greer too.
Right.
Now you think about it.
Yep. Then when they say she looked like George Foreman, I was like, she do.
Oh man.
They said she looked like Monique's husband, Chris Samuels. I was like, yo, right.
Oh, now that's even better.
And then when they told me she looked like the little dragon from Mulan, I say she sure do.
You said she got everybody's face.
Everybody's face. This is the only person I know in the world look like everybody. Like her face is the skeleton key. Everywhere. Like she could just go around America unlocking cell phones. Just pick up a phone and put her face in front of it. She can get you in. Matter of fact, that's how she need to get rich. Everybody, baby mama, be paying her half their tax check just to get in their baby daddy phone. Just hold her face up to the phone and you in there. Ian say Debo DeBoris looks like all of them. She look like all of them. She do, Ian. She do. That's everybody, chick. She look like everybody. Yolanda say cross-eyed Deborah got roasted like pot roast and potatoes online. Sure did. Right, and get this. Look, she looked like that white boy rapper Riff Raff, George Foreman, Chris Samuels, and David Allen Greer, and don't none of them men look alike, but she looked like all of them. Now tell me how that worked.
And a little like a little like Oscar the Grouch too, but them eyebrows.
Yep, and don't none. But now if you put Oscar the Grouch, Mushu the Dragon, what's his name?
Yep. Wanda from Living Color, them eyes.
Wanda from Living Color, Riff Raff, George Foreman, David Allen Greer. Hell, even what's oh man, it popped out my head. It was somebody else that she was a dead ringer for too. Golly.
Oh, I'm looking at Jack Nicholson in The Joker.
Yep, kind of, sort of. Yep, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. When she did that smile, that little meme they got.
Yeah. Yep. And she looked like the Anonymous mask.
Yep. That's right. She do.
She do. If you put all them things in the same room, don't none of them look like each other, but they all look like her. It's something spooky about that. I need to write a horror story about this girl. Y'all don't find that a little bit creepy?
That is every.
Imagine that you got one of them smart homes. Only your face can open the door. Deborah walk right up there and walk right in your house and come get you.
It's any of the people's houses.
Anybody's house, just walk in. She looked like everybody. Thank you, Yolanda. That's creepy as hell. How you look like 20 people that don't look like each other?
I hope that chick, they don't bring her to the reunion. I really hope not.
Well, apparently it's being told that like she won't be there because like if you look at it too, like all of her scenes. I watched someone, she's like an editor, and she really breaks down the show from like a video editor's perspective, producer's perspective, and it's interesting all the shots they take of her. Like they never do a lot of close-ups of her. Like they didn't really stay on her face too much. And so it's interesting, and I think that like she probably was a bit too thirsty. And I always said that I think it's Candace, who Bravo are upholding for Potomac. Because if you look at like all the major advertisements, because you know the Housewives, they get a group of the women to do like advertisements for major things. It's always Karen, Candace, and Giselle. So like with the Whitney Houston movie, who was doing it? Karen, Giselle, and Candace. And so I think they're just like, ooh, this is too dirty. We can't, and especially since Giselle's already doing her mess. I think they were like, we ain't doing Deborah.
And Mr. James got a good question. Do she look like any women or only men? Now I gotta think about that. I can't think of too many women. She just
no. Cause I think of all the Muppets. I think of Bert. I think of the one that's supposed to be his brother or his lover. I think of Austin. I don't think of women.
I didn't think about Bert the Muppet. You're right.
Yeah, Bert. That's the real strong.
She looked like Bert and Ernie. She looked like both of them.
Oh yes, Ernie, yes. No one of the female
I can't think of no women she looked like now.
Because Riff Raff, when you brought up Riff Raff, that was a real good one to me. Riff Raff has been one of the best ones of like a person that's not a Muppet. That has been one of the best ones, especially since they have the same hairstyle on the photo that you pull up.
Yeah.
Well, y'all like Mia with no makeup when Mia don't have a makeup on.
When Mia don't have on no makeup, Mia is giving me Joan Crawford and Mommy Dearest. Like she looks psychotic. Like that ain't regular. That's a 5150.
And that's scary.
Like they could lock her up just for that. Just for looking like that. She looked like she'll harm herself or somebody else when she take that makeup off. She should be forced to sleep in it.
And then she got all of them Botox and stuff, got her face looking frozen.
But she had 12 shades of beige on her face. Like, can you imagine what them children go through in that house if they miss trying to walk in mama room too early? Poor baby.
Because her younger picture, she's much darker than that.
Oh, we've discussed it.
Yeah.
Yep. She scraped. I think that's why she got them 20 shades of beige on her face right now. Or maybe it's 25 shades of beige. Just a lot of beige on there. Different splotches. Like, it's almost like some kind of weird beige camouflage situation, like a camouflage print on her face. But I think whatever she did to try to scrape the little bit of black her mama gave her off, it messed up her complexion because that don't look natural. But she looked like Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and X Ketchum from Pokemon. Everybody. Yeah, Mr. Jones asked a real good question. I can't think of no woman she look. Well, do she kind of favor Teresa Giudice?
I wouldn't do that to Teresa Giudice.
She kind of favor her a little bit though. Teresa ugly too. We ain't gonna get with Teresa. Don't get no pass. Teresa looked like a werewolf and a hammerhead shark had a love child. That's one ugly woman. I don't care what nobody say. You ain't gonna convince me otherwise. I've been staring at Teresa for years trying to figure out how. Yeah, just how. That's all I used to say when I looked at Teresa. Because she walked around like she actually didn't know she was ugly for a long time. And I was like, come on, Risa. Come on now. I thought that's why she was mad at Melissa, because Melissa ain't pretty, but Melissa don't look like that. So I thought that was the problem. And then I started watching. I'm like, okay, Melissa, you got some little stank funky ways. I see that.
Mm-hmm.
But at first, I didn't understand. I just kept looking at Teresa trying to figure it out. Not your twin mama say, yeah, Teresa does. Them eyes 10 years away from each other. Yeah.
They are far. They are far.
Yeah, you got to stretch before you walk the distance between Teresa eyes. You don't just take that walk cold.
I missed. I was able to catch up on what your thoughts or the chat thoughts were on the whole like Mia Jacqueline.
What you say sound like your mic muffle. You got your hand over
Sorry,
the mic?
no, yeah, I did. I was like, anyone's thoughts on the whole like Mia and Jacqueline disagreement?
I just feel like they were trying to fake it and it got a little real because like there wasn't nothing to be mad about.
Okay, I feel the same.
It wasn't nothing to be mad about all that putting on and but you know I don't like Jacqueline no way. I definitely don't like Mia, but I sure don't like Jacqueline.
Mm-hmm. But I think people are starting to like her now after this little fight because they feel like Mia did her wrong. But if anybody been really peeping it from day one, Jacqueline been always coming for Mia.
Yeah. Well, the only people that some people that don't really sit down and think things out fell for the fake feud because it was fake. It started out fake anyway. But and they, they doing what they do. We don't like Mia, so if y'all go at each other, we're gonna take your side type stuff. But to me, Jacqueline's a bad person. What I seen of her relatives online, they seem to be bad people. It's a no for me on both of them. I want Mia and her friend gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because to me, it's like people are like, "Oh, I like Jacqueline to join," but if Jacqueline joins, like, really though, then the story has to be about Jacqueline and Mia. I don't want Mia either, so like, just ship them both away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it ain't no okay. Well, we're gonna bring you because you're better than the other one. Y'all are both trash.
Mm-hmm.
Essence was on here the other night. Time I like Jackie. I said it's okay for you to like her. I just don't do her. She's not my kind of people.
I don't necessarily have a strong like. I guess to me, I'm like a bit indifferent about it. I do think that the fight was a bit. I think a lot of the situations that have been going on the show have been a bit contrived, and she hasn't really done enough for me to be like, I want her on the show, especially when I don't think she can. This is like be on the show without them having to bring Neil on the show again, and I didn't want Neil on this season either.
But this is my thing. I can't be indifferent when I can see your bull crap. And I've been peeped her. It's like she don't like that girl, but you hanging around her literally for what you can get from her because you feel like she owes you something. And that kind of thing really bothers me. Because, and I said the same thing about Marlo during Atlanta. If you got to talk out what you did for me, then don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I done help people that turned around and did me real nasty, and I still ain't said nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say nothing. But the fact that you can talk about what you did for them and act like they owe you something, that says everything I need to know about your character.
Right.
Matter of fact, at that point, I don't want to know nothing else about you. We're good.
I think in Mia's defense, which I don't know why I'm defending her, but I think a person like her, she figured I brought you on this show. You need to follow my lead and don't try to don't become friends with my friends. Don't try to do better than me. Just be my friend. That's what you are, that kind of thing. Because it looks like in life, she's always been the head woman in charge and always been the one that had more and always had to have her following her. And so this girl got on the show and she like, you ain't gonna have me looking like a puppy, puppy dog or whatever. And now she's trying to shine, and that's
trying to establish her own relationships with people. It's like you came there to be her friend to back her up,
right?
But as soon as you got there, first thing you did was like bump you, friend. I'm gonna try to establish connections with these people because I want to stab you in the back first chance I get. And I've been seeing her, and I was wondering if Mia saw her. And then when she sat up there at that table talking bad about your so-called friend since you was 15, I say, you a trifling husband. I don't like you. Now, mind you, I can't stand Mia, but I don't like you.
Yeah. That's why I kind of understand Mia in that regard. I can see how she would feel. I'm bringing you on. You just chill. Let me
But see, Mia
bring you
played
into it.
herself because
Yeah.
she made Jacqueline too much of a focal point of like, yeah, I let Jacqueline like do my boyfriend because he was just so good. Oh yes, I looked up Jacqueline too hot. Like she just kept trying to make something out of it. I'm just like, you're bringing her to the forefront and wanting these women to engage with her because you keep like trying to pull all these fantastical stories out of her behind.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Sharon Fona. Well, this is the thing. Good night, Lita. The thing with her was, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I feel like she brought Jackie there to be like her conversation piece to make her more interesting.
Yes.
And I do not believe that she did that without discussing it with Jacqueline first.
Right. I
And
totally
Jacqueline
agree.
agreeing to it. And then Jacqueline getting there and flipping the script. I'm going to try to get in here because I don't want to have to be the ride along. I want to have my own, even if I got to stab you and try to take it from you. And I don't like that. All the while talking about sis this, sis that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I don't like right there. That nastiness. And then when they fell out, first thing her and her kin people did, you had to stay at our house. So tell us again what your real problem is.
Well, didn't that all come out after she did the video situation?
Yeah, as they was getting into it already. And so she posted the domestic violence video and tagged Bravo TV and Bravo and let them know, is this what you want on your show?
Wow.
Yeah, she said, you going to try to stab me to get you a spot thinking you going to just come and nestle in? Let me make sure you don't get back.
Boy, this stuff can ruin friendships, boy, I tell you.
And the first thing her family did was get online and start dragging, and she ain't this and she that and she dirty, she whatever. But y'all wasn't calling her that when you was getting money for Porsches and kissing her behind and watching her kids.
That's right.
And so basically that's how y'all been felt about this girl. You ain't just magically start feeling that about her in no week, not when y'all could throw that much dirt. You been feeling like that about her, but you been in her face.
Yep.
And I don't respect it.
Mm-mm.
Dr. J say Mia has used that flashlight a lot. Oh, I'm scared, girl. I hope she ain't used that flashlight too much. Hey, Charles. So I think Jacqueline was messing up Mia's facade of opulence, so Mia tried to get rid of her. I told y'all what I think. That might have been part of it too, Charles, but I feel like her taking showers with that girl and doing all that, G was like, so what you think you doing? I think she went ahead and picked the fight with the girl. Even that's why it was so fake looking. She picked that fight with that girl because she wanted to show G, no, I ain't got nothing private with her. I ain't finna lose my meal ticket.
Well, y'all, I'm about to head out, go to bed because I gotta get up,
We
go to
all
church.
finna head out one. You ain't wrong, and I got you too. I washed my ridiculous hair today, and mine ain't even like Ashley, so it was an ordeal. I suffered, okay? I really suffered trying to watch this stuff. So we all finna get up out of here. Anything else y'all want to tell these people before we go?
Yeah, nice to be back, everyone. Hope everyone had a great day.
How was Jamaica?
I mean, it's fine. We just like went home and ate food. I said this on the board channel that like I was looking forward to eating jerk pork because my stepdad supposed to my mom to eat pork. So if she makes jerk, it's not jerk pork. They took me to this place. It's become too much of a tourist destination. The jerk sauce is on the side and not on the meat. It comes in a tiny container, a quarter filled, and you have to pay more to get extra of it. I cannot deal. My Escovitch fish was delicious. I had some great festival, nice beach. My mom made some good brown stew chicken there with like the fresh chicken and stuff like that. So that was nice.
I love brown stew chicken. Dang.
My mom, she can make some good brown stew chicken, some brown stew goat, because that's like my meal for Christmas. Oh, she made some. But yeah, it was nice and relaxing. We just looked at some land and property and drove around.
You got to go to one of them huts to get that good jerk chicken, though.
Well, we usually do, but we just moved.
Oh,
okay. So the other house got broken into. So we just moved. It was just a day where we hadn't gone grocery shopping yet. Because my mom, she likes to, when she goes back home, she likes to go grocery shopping so she can cook her stuff and, like, get the fresh things that she used to grow up with. And so we just went to this, like, place real quick. And I was just like, oh, I saw, like, the people were there, but I just saw a little too many tourists. And I was like, I questioned this. And I got my jerk pork. It was tough, but too much fat on it. My meat wasn't marinated for several hours like it should have been. And again, the sauce was on the side. I was upset.
Because that's the best part. You gotta make that brine and marinate it now.
Yes. When I told my parents, we will never go there again. I said, you better drive 30 minutes to the other place because the other place is delicious. I was like, you better not take me here again.
Dr. J over there playing the slots. Man, Doc, play $10 for me. Put $10 in a machine for me. See what happened. I'm so mad. Well, listen, y'all, we about to go to bed. Kai, I'm glad to see you again. Juan, thank you for coming to holler at me. You ain't never came to holler at me. I feel like I'm talking to a celebrity. Dang, we got Juan up here tonight. Okay, well, look, y'all, we finna go to bed, everybody. If y'all don't go to bed, you getting up off of here. Because I'm finna, lay in my bed even if I don't go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't go to sleep, I'm gonna lay on my back and try to, like, pretend to shut my body down at least for like a couple of hours before I start back doing stuff. But we had fun laughing and kicking. Ain't nothing like a good laugh, okay? But we getting up out of here. Y'all hit the like button on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. Okay, thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. Hit the notification bell. All right, make sure you click all so you know every time we go live on this channel. And also subscribe if you haven't subscribed. The join button is below the video, and the membership link is in the description box under the video. I will talk to you guys soon, and y'all have a wonderful night. All right, nobody else to you. God loves you. I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Talk to you later. Bye.